to the game. All right. It is a crisp winter morning. Your party has been wandering towards the city of Kalar, but you are still at least a week's journey away. You need rest and you need supplies, and you're grateful to come across a quaint little town at the base of a mountain. You stopped at the river just outside the village, but you were struggling to refill your water as the waters ran choppy and they were swelling over the banks, which was odd at this time of year in the dead of winter. At the center of the village is what appears to be an unusual structure. Glistening in the winter sun is a sculpture that appears to be partially complete. It's like a black pyramid consisting of spherical stones. It's both beautiful and ominous. There's an inn and a couple of shops which do not yet appear to be open, and an ornate house. You plan to wander into the inn and inquire about a room for the night and supplies. But before we get started, I wanted each of you to be able to introduce your characters, who you are, what we would see if we were standing in that village looking at you guys. So, you know,
Start over there.
Start over there.
All right.
Yes.
Let me finish.
So I'm playing Kishirik Kashtar. He's a lizard folk ranger, and he's got green skin, yellow eyes, and wearing kind of a brown hood kind of cloak thing going on.
Okay.
I'm playing Chunky, the goblin warlock. He's about a 3 foot tall, light green skin, very showboaty-esque goblin, if you can imagine. But always trying to, undercut something with a joke.
Hey guys, how's it going? It's me, Knock. Knock used to hang out in a bunch of different places. Most recently in Wonderland, working on a bar. But Knock is a half orc. He's 6'1". He's got a big old axe that he carries around with him. Even in the dead of winter, he's not wearing a shirt. He's pretty tall, but not as tall as some folks. And he's got scars up and down his body, but he's always kind of an amiable guy. But sometimes he does rage and want to kill stuff. But who doesn't?
Fair.
Edwin Reynolds. He's a tiefling. He's baby blue, dark blue pompadour, very well kept, polished blue horns, very clean, very, very clean.
You keep saying that word.
I don't like you.
Okay.
I don't think he likes anybody. Don't take that.
Fine.
He hates dirt, filth, disease, animals, which is only a problem because never chose him to be a druid.
Moon Smash is a Goliath. Stands about 8 foot tall. Brown skin, brown eyes, chainmail, a giant warhammer, and a shield. So.
All right. Well, adventurers, what do you want to do?
So, we're here to just gather supplies, right? We're here to find water and things like that, but the water is overflowing this river.
Well, when you stopped outside of town just to get it from the river, it was overflowing a bit. But you really need you need to rest. You've been traveling. You've got another week ahead of you, and you don't know if you're going to find a town between here and there.
So, guys, let's head into the town proper. Maybe we can find an inn or something, or maybe some king-size beds and things of that sort.
How cold is it outside?
It's pretty cold winter. We're talking.
I'm cold-blooded.
So you might need rest more than others.
Guys, let's go. And I pick up the lizard.
There's snow.
I'm shivering.
There's definitely snow.
This town.
He's cold-blooded, and I have snow up to my neck.
Yeah.
You got the lizard, I got the goblin.
Hate this game.
Who decided to travel in the winter? Cold-blooded reptile?
Didn't know it was in the winter.
Didn't know.
It takes us some strange
When you guys left, it was the summer. You're really slow.
We got lost.
No one to
North,
ask
they
for
said.
directions.
They didn't say how far.
We went to the cave system, came out, boom, snow.
This town, is it a fairly large town? Is it?
No, it's pretty small.
It's a
There's some
small-
scattered houses kind of behind the main square, but really in the main square there's kind of the very large house, probably like a mayor's house or something like that. There's the inn, and a couple of other scattered shops that look like they're still closed at this time in the morning.
Okay. I suppose we could find a place to sleep.
There you go.
Don't touch me.
All right.
And he'll shape water where his hand touched him to wash it all off, then it goes back into the bottle he's holding.
All right. Any place, even though it's early, like an inn or a tavern that looks. Like,
There's one.
Okay.
It's right there. You don't even have to make a perception check. It's right in front of you.
Cool. As soon as I can, I get him inside, and then I just like hold this one like where the fire is, and then just like turn him around a little, like almost like a hand rotisserie.
Oh yeah, there's a nice roaring fire in the corner.
Oh, God, his tail!
Oh gosh, yep.
I don't know, man.
Once he's starting to warm up, I'll go over to where the innkeep is. And,
Okay. The innkeeper is a short and stout man. He has a very nervous demeanor.
Yeah.
He has a very short white beard and thinning hair. He says, hello, can I help you?
we just wanted to get some rooms if you had any available.
Yes, we don't get a lot of visitors around these parts, but yes, we'd be happy to help you out. How many of you? Oh, there are 5 of you there. So where have you been traveling lately?
Through the cold.
We kind of go all over the place. I'll be honest, half the time we don't know where we are. I know I'm saying this in a joking manner, but it's really become a problem.
No, really, we've been like walking for a long time.
He looks a little disappointed at this. Would you say that you are experienced adventurers?
Yes, I would say that. Very much so.
Excellent. I'm
Yes.
sure we could provide you a room. Could you give me an example of one of the adventures that you've had?
Sure.
I'm so interested in these. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Yeah.
Around the room. It's not an an insight check. Yep.
This is inside.
Insight check.
Okay.
I'm enjoying this fire.
Oh,
I'm not that good.
hard 20.
either.
Hard 20.
13.
Nat 1.
Hmm.
I wasn't paying attention because
No, not at all. He's
There's no, it's fine. I got this.
So 7 for insight.
Okay.
Yeah, I just.
Did I get yours?
I'm just
No.
on fire.
Oh, you're just by the fire. Not even.
I'm focused on the fire.
You are sensing that there's a reason he is wanting this information. He's wanting some details. He's trying to assess how competent you are as a party.
So let me tell you, we went through this cave once, and we're like, oh, that's cool, it's a cave. And then the tribes came out, like, hey, deep in this cave, there was a bugbear. And we're like, we can help out with this. Then suddenly the bugbear came and ripped his arm off. So we had to go get it.
I grew it back.
He grew it back. He's fine now, but we took care of the bugbear. So I'd say we're a little experienced when it comes to that.
Do you frequently have to regrow your limbs?
Only a couple times.
This is an ability that
It's
you
just
have.
because he puts so much of himself into his work.
That's true.
It's convenient. I wish I have often wished I could do this. I've not had to.
Well, if you want me to rip off your arm, I can grow it back.
No. I was just I was
Anybody else in the
you don't see any guests in the room. There is one other person. She is behind the bar. She is also, she's about his height. She has gray hair. It's pulled back into kind of a messy bun. But she's she has an apron. It's all covered in flour. She's the only other person that you see in the room. But it's also fairly early morning, so if there are other guests, they may be sleeping.
I kind of want to lean down and like talk to the suit and just be like, "Hey, man, are you okay? Like, you don't have to be nervous or anything, but right now you're shaking a lot. And he was just out in the cold, and he's cold-blooded, and Seems like you're shaking more than he is. Like,
Oh, I'm just. It's been a long time since we've had adventurers into the village, and we've had a bit of a run of bad luck lately, and we just it's it outside can be dangerous.
yeah.
Quite dangerous. Many things can go wrong, and we're just yes.
Have you ever seen someone like me around here?
Not recently.
One day.
Similar. Couple years ago.
Similar like this?
Well, not this color, not you're very green, but I haven't seen. Are you? I'm sorry. I don't want to be politically incorrect. I don't know what to call you. I don't want to offend
The minute
you.
he says politically correct, like, Nock just, like, looks at the rest of the makeup of the party as if to say, no one here is concerned.
Edwin's cleaning things.
So you would find yourselves to be competent adventurers,
Yes.
able to find and or retrieve things even in the face of danger?
I mean,
Yes.
for the right amount of coin, too. I mean, that certainly helps. Or lodging and food and drink.
I'm sure that could be arranged. What sort of rate of pay do you look for in an adventure?
I want the spot by the fire.
Done. Spot by the fire.
Yeah, huddle up real quick, guys. We need to discuss.
I pull a stool over. Yes.
I'll just be over
Yeah.
here, and he takes like 3 tentative steps back, and then realizes that that's probably not far back enough, and then it's 2 more, and just as you guys are talking, he just keeps taking 2 more steps back.
Sure, yeah. Guys, we've never really talked about this. Which one of us is the smartest one here?
Oh god.
It's obviously not.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. He would know. Yeah, Moosemas, why don't you do the negotiating for us then?
Never
Oh, okay.
Fine.
Oh, cool. You got
Just
it.
once. Can't we just get a room and move on?
Yeah, after
But
we
It's
do-
a job, man.
After the job.
I've got the space here, so
Okay.
I'm good.
We're already halfway done the negotiation.
We've discussed it, and Edwin here is super smart. So he's gonna he knows our going rate. He's kind of the numbers guy.
Oh, okay. And he pulls a parchment out of his like kind of the pocket on the side of his apron, and he said, "I've gotten together with some of the villagers, and we've prepared questions in the event that we found someone who might be able to help us. I got that. How many companions have you lost?"
I can grow back body parts, so none.
It's true. Bugbear got him.
Yep.
I think
I'm gonna take my warhammer and just kind of like tap it impatiently.
I think I can answer all of your
So none?
questions very
Okay.
quickly.
Yes.
And I'll primal savagery. So all the dirt in the room attaches itself to me. My teeth get sharper. A couple of sticks like protrude from my tail, making spikes. Everything, I get bulky.
He very slowly rolls up the paper and tucks it back in his pocket.
Gonna keep this
And
right
he
here.
doesn't even like dirt, so that's a lot for him.
Oh,
Well,
what is the going rate then?
one moment. And I'll walk outside, drop primal savagery, so all the dirt that was in the room is now outside.
There's just a spot of snow that is just filthy.
That's just an excuse to clean the room.
Hey, do you guys ever think we could just like stop adventuring and have them like clean houses?
I come back in.
Oh man, it's a great idea.
Hey, man, welcome back. So what's our going rate?
Small town. I'm going to need another task first.
Fair enough. We're missing an item. It's a sphere. You saw the structure outside?
Large black.
Yes. Yes, we are missing the original piece. The original piece that was there. It's 2 years. The piece. It was, and then it came with the luck for our village, and the village it prospered and it did well, and the farms grew, and it was a gift to us. And then one day it was gone, and ever since. The rivers are flooding, and people have disappeared, and people have gone to retrieve it, and they have disappeared. I mean, if they've gone into the mountains, so we think it's in the mountains, but no one could.
Who gave this to you as a gift? This seems like such a generous thing.
Well, about 2 years ago, someone came through our village, much like you, sir. A reddish of skin, not quite so. Is it offensive if I say reptilian?
I don't know what that means, so no.
Yes, not quite so reptilian.
All right.
But the reddish of skin and a cloak, and we gave him room for the night and food, and he left us with this gift, the sphere, and it was. He said it was good luck, and it did indeed bring good luck to our village for many a time, for almost a year. It brought much good luck, and then one day it was gone. And we searched for it, and the children started going out and searching as well at the base of the mountain, and they started finding other spheres. They weren't quite the same. They didn't have the same hue, the bit of reddish hue. But they brought it back, hoping that it would bring the luck back to our village, and it hasn't. It hasn't at all. But they keep bringing them back in the same hopes. We keep hoping that if you can go find it for us, that we can once again prosper as a village. Many have moved away, and many have been lost.
Simple retrieval. Identification will be required. Room and board and 100 gold?
Yes.
That's a lot, right?
Each?
I don't need one. I got a spot by fire.
Superman. I love it. I'll take his 100 gold.
100 gold. That's. I don't think I've ever seen 500 gold, sir.
400.
No, 500.
I
Fair.
don't need one.
It's fine. That's us too.
What 100? We have been saving. We have been saving just for this sort of occasion.
100 in the cleanest room you have. Also another room for them.
I'm by the fire.
The two big guys, I think, are going to look straight at you.
100 gold in 2 rooms. That sounds like a deal. Yes.
Guess I'm on the floor again.
Same, I am.
It's a deal, sir. And he puts out his hand.
I'll shake it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now that gentlemen that look like me, would you say more dragon-y?
I haven't seen a dragon, sir. I mean, I've seen pictures of dragons, but I would imagine that they're bigger? Much.
Dragon-y, not dragons.
Much. Dragon-y?
Dragon-y, like
Dragon.
more like
Isn't that a Pokemon?
What's a
You
Pokemon?
keep talking about Pokemon.
It's. What is the difference, sir, between dragon and dragon-y?
I don't know.
Is it dragon adjacent?
Well, he had a very slightly reptilian look, but not quite as prominent as yours. But definitely not from around here.
All right, it's not.
I'm
So
I-
start looking.
right.
at this.
Do you know?
Would you like? I mean, you're welcome to go today, and then you have a place to stay tonight. Or if you have to rest and get food, you could leave tomorrow morning.
I want to make my way over to the bar. Once we have this thing set up, I want to make my way over to the only other person in the room who doesn't look like they're like hopped up on Mountain Dew.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, good. Good. Thank you. Hello.
Oh, hi. So we're actually here to do some work for the town. The orb thing, the lucky.
Adventurers. Yes.
Yes. Hi.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. Wow.
I can't tell you how grateful I am. I mean,
Sure. Yeah. Do you know where might start with that? I mean, just up the.
well, I would imagine up the mountain. I mean, that's where most of the people, the couple people, just one or two, I'm sure, have disappeared.
How many people exactly?
Several?
Insight.
Go ahead.
Oh God, please know this lady inside and out.
7.
Yeah, it's more than several. Even with the 7, you're like,
Yeah,
oh yeah,
yeah,
no, it's definitely more than several.
Okay. Cool. Well, we'll check up there. Let's try not to send any more people up there. Okay.
Oh, there aren't any left to send. Everyone else's children are old people or infirmed or they just don't want to go.
So that includes you.
Well, you look very strong and very brave, and I'm sure, I mean, we are not trained.
Yeah.
You look to be tall and strong and trained in the art of finding things.
Were we ever trained?
Tall, strong, and trained. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. So, okay, cool. Well, I'll thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
I'll head back to the group.
Can we just take like a real quick second to say thank you to Twitch Kittens for
Twitch Kittens!
Yay!
Thank you guys so much.
Yay! Welcome to the charity stream.
Yay! Oh, that's really sweet.
Okay.
Hey gang,
Yeah.
why don't we try to get this done sooner than later? I'll take everybody aside a little bit, maybe closer to the fire, so that we can warm up just a little bit, and to just be like, I don't wanna freak anybody out, but this place is like, the people here are a little off. Like at least the 2 that we met. So let's just, you're good. Cross through. Why don't we do this? Why don't we take a little bit of time by the fire, but then let's get started today so we can knock this out.
Yeah.
I could give one of the rooms, being that we won't be using it today, and try to get something for him to keep him warm
I'm
during
good
our
right here.
travels. We can't complete the task by the fire.
I won't die out there. I'll
Okay.
just be cold.
I couldn't help overhearing. We have an extra coat. Would you like an extra coat?
Yes, please.
How tall is he? How
5'8".
5'8" or so? Okay, and she goes back and she comes out with this just the most kind of gaudy villager, awful coat. I
Never
mean,
mind,
it's
this
ragged,
place is awesome.
it's tattered, and
Oh.
it's just in.
Oh no. Oh God, no.
It looks like it was pieced together out of probably 8 or 10 other coats that started to fall apart into just a patchwork of.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm
Heck,
putting it on.
yes. Let's do this. I will.
It looks darling on you, dear. I mean, even with the.
I'm going to head out.
The reptilian adjacent features.
I'm gonna head outside of the little tavern. They kept pointing in the same direction, right? Like
Yes,
it's like
kind of.
the-
There's one major mountain in the area.
Is
There's
there a
smaller
path
areas, but
carved
there
out?
is
Like-
there's a path that goes up the mountain.
You guys ready
It
for
looks like a
this?
fairly well established.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I say we start up. You know what I mean? Hopefully it gets a little warmer now that it's like the sun is out at least a little bit.
Well, because you're moving closer to the sun, so it's
Yeah,
that's not how it works at all.
Oh,
That's not at all how it
Yeah,
works.
you go into it.
Hashtag science.
Thanks a lot, science.
Are there any animals nearby? Do I see any?
You're not really seeing any animals. You'd see like a small child wander through the village, a little aimlessly. A little girl.
Okay.
There's another kind of random person that walks
Right.
through. So there are villagers around.
Okay.
But they all seem to be kind of moving with purpose towards other things. And
Okay. Yeah. Then we'll just head up the path. Yeah.
okay.
Mhm.
So you walk for a little while. You kind of pass the river. It's still, overflowing a bit. You get to the base of the mountain, and it doesn't. It's very, very close to the village. The village is right at the base, and it doesn't really look unusual. It looks like a fairly clear path. It doesn't look ominous in any way. And the weather,
When the GM says it looks
Perception?
fine, it's not ominous.
No one's died.
the weather is warming up a little bit. It's getting a little more comfortable for you, even though there's still snow on the ground. You have days during the winter that are a little warmer, and the sun is shining, and still probably not uncomfortable or not comfortable if you're cold-blooded, but for everyone else, it's really not that bad. And so you start traveling up the mountain. You get probably about a third of the way up, and I need you all to make a perception check.
Ah. 22.
Ooh.
14.
21.
Less. So much more less.
More or less.
16.
16. Okay. You notice
Snow.
along the path, just in one or two areas, and it's very, very faint, you're seeing places where into the snow it's been carved a little bit. These thin trails, almost like little river trails.
Okay.
They're not very prominent. They don't stand out a lot, but they're there, and you're seeing just in a couple of places. You're seeing a couple of those.
Cool.
You guys both see at the same time. Actually, you hear before you see. You hear a little bit of movement off to the left of the path, kind of in the distance, and you see two kind of shadowed figures moving through. They don't seem to be moving towards you. They seem to be moving kind of parallel to the path, but up the mountain.
Okay. Did you?
Yeah, I saw that too. Should we follow them, you think?
Did he say that no one wanted to come up here?
I mean, yeah. There has to be a reason they didn't want to. That might be it.
Hey guys. I saw a rock over there.
It's a really nice
Kind of looks like a butt. Great, right?
I really need you to stop pointing out every rock that looks like a butt.
They just all do.
No, it's totally fine. I'm down for it.
All right, cool. All right.
It's like art.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, that's
conveyed a little cutouts in the snow.
Oh, they're little like.
Like little waves, like it's like little like it's fresh. It's been there. It's
Yeah. Okay.
Are there two of them? Like two distinct paths?
is there two?
There's one path that goes up the mountain.
Okay.
What you saw was off the path, but
Mhm.
kind of parallel to
I
the
was talking about
path.
the waves that he's noticing.
These are think small. Think
Oh, okay.
narrow. Maybe like
Like if you took snow
That
and
wide.
ran, like water through. it,
yes,
like,
if you
oh,
ran
yeah, yeah.
kind of water through, almost
Okay.
like a bit of a river, but you'll see tracks and then it'll stop and then you'll see more.
Okay.
Yeah, sand people ride in front of each other, so there's only one. Never mind.
Sometimes you say weird stuff. Man.
Okay, Pokemon.
That's fair.
We noticed some shrouded figures off to the...
Wait, like people?
I don't know if I'd use the term people. They were shrouded. They
Hammers
were
out.
figures.
I'm gonna head in the direction that he was like. I think I just saw some people. Like I'm gonna just walk over.
I'll follow.
to-
Are you walking with stealth or are you walking just
No, I'm just barreling. Like I
barreling through?
yeah.
Who follows?
Whatever path he makes, so
You
I'm not in
Follow
deep
straight
snow.
behind him?
Exactly.
What does everybody else do? Straight behind him?
Yeah. He's on a plan. I gotta
All
go.
right. So Nut goes first. Everybody else kind of follows. As you get closer, you see that there are two humanoid-esque looking figures.
Sure.
They are They have kind of grayish skin and coarse hair, very large, muscular bodies, low foreheads. Go ahead and make, I don't know what, a check for race. Probably a history check?
Sure.
Go ahead and make a history check, because I don't know if you would have encountered these before or not. There's a good chance that you probably have. It's a low DC.
15.
15.
Okay.
7.
13 and higher, these are orcs.
Oh.
These are pretty definitely orcs.
Okay.
Appears to be a male and a female orc. But they aren't even they aren't even looking over at you at first until you get closer. And they stop and they stand their ground and they wait for you to approach. They don't look particularly scared of you, more curious as to why you would be out here.
Sure. In Orc, I will say, hail and well met, dudes.
Oh, so you're able to speak in Orcish?
I can speak Common and Orcish.
Oh my gosh! All right, so they
I can't either.
the male looks back at you and says, "Hail and well met. Where are you from?"
Oh, we're from real far away. We were just passing through town, and I don't know, they were down there and they were just kind of being spastic about this rock that got stolen. It's like an orb or something.
They,
The humans that live in the village
Oh.
down there.
the humans. Yes,
Yeah. Oh
Yes.
my gosh. They're so little.
yes, yes. They come up and try to fight once in a while, and we usually kill them.
Yeah.
They break easily.
Hey, have you guys been seeing the butt rocks?
Butt rocks.
Yeah, there's a bunch of butt rocks, like just all over the place.
I got butt rock from that conversation.
I've been giggling like crazy.
And he looks confused for a moment, and it's the female who steps in and goes, "See, honey, I told you,
Yeah.
they look like butts." And he was like, "They don't look like butts, honey." And she's like, "No, I told you, the rocks look like butts." It was hilarious.
So you guys, this must be terrifying because it's just like. Anyway, do you know what's further up the mountain and anything big like live up there or like?
Well, there's the cave. We're actually headed up there ourselves.
Oh, sweet. Can we just like? You guys want to lead the way? Like we're still trying to find this lucky rock for those guys down there.
Oh, no, we don't trust you.
Oh, hey, that's fair.
Yes.
We're still gonna go though.
Yes. I mean, you're welcome to. We will take a different path.
Do you guys want to do the thing where like you guys go so we're not like okay bye and then we awkwardly are like walking the same direction?
Well, to be fair, it is a very large mountain, and it's very easy to avoid
That's
each
true.
other.
You know what? You guys go ahead. We'll wait a little bit and then.
You don't even have to wait. I mean, you could just walk.
Oh, okay.
So, were you gonna go?
We'll go right.
I mean, we could fight if you wanted to.
No, we'll go. We'll go. You
I mean,
guys stay. You
I like
stay.
a good fight.
No, I mean, who doesn't? But no, we'll go. You guys stay. Continue your conversation. But it was, yeah. We're gonna go.
Are you sure?
All of this is still in Orcish, right? Edwin's gonna go. Are you going to tell us what we're talking about?
Oh, sorry.
Or-
Yeah. Come on, guys. We're gonna keep going. And
But who are?
I just give a small wave, and I was like, they were gonna kill us, and then I was like, no.
You mean like all those humans who went missing and died?
Oh, that was probably them. That's messed up, right? Oh man, that would have sucked to be a human, and then just like, I'm an orc, I'm gonna eat you. Oh, if I had been there, you probably would have died. Oh, they'd have thrown you off the mountain.
I might throw myself off the mountain.
You just would have been like, help me, I'm gonna die. Hey, it's another butt rock.
Did you happen to think to ask if they were if the humans they were killing were very small?
No, we didn't get to that part of the conversation.
Oh,
we
good.
talked about other important stuff, though. Come on, let's keep going this way.
I was just like, you know how like words sound similar in different languages? All I hear is rah, 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 butt rock. Rah, 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 rah.
Yeah, I'll just keep them leading them up in this way. So we're not going to pick a fight. We're just going to keep going.
All right.
Yeah.
So you continue to travel up the mountain. About 2/3 of the way up, go ahead and make another perception check.
I don't think I've rolled anything above a 7 when it comes to perception.
16.
See how it feels?
A 5.
Oh, there's snow on my face. That's a 1.
16-1,
10.
Actually, a 10. Yeah.
10.
8.
Okay, you are the only one who sees. Off to the side, there is a. You see another one of those spheres, like the ones that you saw in the village, but it looks just like them. They.
So it looks like one of the ones that aren't the ones.
Yeah, one of the duplicates. But you see one kind of off to the side of the path, but it appears to be broken. It's like it got smashed by something. And so you're seeing shards of it, but it's just kind of off to the side.
One of the fake orcs broke.
Where?
Pointing.
Oh, that
That
way.
way.
Sorry, yeah. Can we go?
It's probably about. You see it, but the reason it was a perception was because it's probably still about. I don't know. It's 15 feet or so off the path, so it's far enough away that you kind of have to get off the path in order to go see it if you wanted to.
Kind of looks a little dangerous to go over there and get it. It's a little off the path.
You're right.
Trunky, go get that thing.
I can't see the snow.
Oh, that's.
Oh God!
Right
Okay.
over there. Let's set it back down.
Can you like?
Throw you? I
No,
can throw you.
no,
No,
no!
it's fine. You can do that.
Stop this!
I'll go over there.
We're not throwing the goblin. No, I want to go.
Climb.
Yeah, yeah. We'll go take a look at it.
I'm going to stay on the path, but I'm going to let the two of them go over
Okay,
there.
so you two go over towards it.
Yeah.
All right. What do? You walk up to it and
Nice.
are you gonna?
That's a nice rock. It's not shaped like a butt. That's a nice
Like there's
rock.
nothing else
It's
there,
half a
right?
block.
That's
It's-
it.
What you see right now is snow. You see a rocky area. You see this blackened sphere that's smashed. There's a tree line fairly close to it, probably within, I don't know, 12 feet or so of where this is. There's a tree line.
I guess
And-
I'd look around for another orb that's not broken.
Okay.
Hey, can you guys bring that one over to us?
I don't want to touch it.
Fine. And I will. Is it about 30? Is it less than 30 feet away?
Yes, it's about 12 feet off the path.
Okay. I will use shape water again to create a slide that lifts the orb and slides it towards me.
Ooh.
It says that
Okay.
I can instantaneously move or otherwise change the flow of water as you direct. You can cause the water to form into simple shapes and animate at your discretion and in your direction.
I see.
How large is it? Like a 5-foot shape? Does it tell
30
you how?
feet, 30 feet, 5 foot. I can also freeze the water provided there are no creatures in it. And if you cast this spell multiple times, you can have up to 2.
Okay. All right. Okay. But the shape itself that you can
choose
make,
an
it
area
does
of
not
water
give
that you
you
can see within range that fits within a 5-foot cube.
5-foot cube. Okay.
Right. And I always keep the water
And then
on
stretch it
me
out.
and
Okay.
stretch it.
I'll allow that.
Okay.
So do you get closer to it in order to make that, or are you making like a 12-foot slide out of this thing?
I would try to make a 10-foot one, and as it cleared one, like, cause 2 5-foot, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
As it cleared the first one, I would make that one go away.
Got it.
And go to the other side.
And then you're
bring it
spending
to
all
me.
this time and energy to bring it to you,
I'm
and
not
then are you
walking
touching it?
through that snow?
Okay, and then are you touching
Oh, no.
it once you get it?
Oh,
So what do
no.
you do once it gets towards you?
It's on the ground in front of me.
Can I make like, an Arcana check to see if it
Boulder,
was
parchment, shears, shoot.
to see if it was shattered by some magical means, or if there was any,
Ooh. Okay.
Okay.
or an investigation for like stress marks.
Yes. Okay.
When he floats it over, I'm grabbing it out of the water.
Okay. Okay, you're touching it. So did you make this check before or after he touches it?
No, I didn't get a chance to. He's tall, I'm short.
Okay. You touch it.
Yep.
It's cool to the touch.
Okay.
It's very, very, it's smooth on the outside, but there are very, very, very tiny bumps. There's a little bit of a texture to it.
Can I
Like
ask a
it's not
question?
shiny. Yes.
Is this an egg? Or like an egg shell?
Make an insight check. Insight is intelligence based, correct?
Wisdom.
Wisdom based.
You want me to just do like a, how about this?
Do a straight up int check.
Yeah!
Oh!
That's gonna offset that -1. Suck it, insight. Oh, that's not bad. 13. With a
Okay.
-1.
You know, it's reminiscent of eggs that you've seen before. The shape looks a little odd and wrong for it, and it would certainly. I mean, the spheres that you've seen are about 2 feet across.
Sure.
So it's a little large for what you would think of, and the coloring is all
This thing would
off.
have to be freaking huge if in egg form it was this big. Like the creature that
Well,
came,
2 feet. We're talking
Yeah, like,
spheres that
but
are
if
about
the
this
creature
big.
came out of this like as like a baby, like the smallest it is this big. Oh god.
Like he's saying the grown up would be freaking
Huh.
huge.
What about that? Oh,
Are you sure level 5's enough?
same.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I was that size.
It's fine.
I didn't grow again.
I'm that size now. That's concerning.
So, but you are also not seeing any like goop or anything. You're also not seeing any like goopy remnants of stuff.
Sure.
You do see a couple more of those. Actually, what were the different? You guys did. You did an insight. Did you guys do? What were the different perceptions around the room on
Super
the?
low.
Yeah, everybody was really low.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Awesome. I'm gonna. Anybody else want this?
Yeah, now I'm gonna look at it like see because if it's broken, he's gonna look and see try to investigate
Are you
stress marks.
Can we put you inside?
Oh, please let us put you.
No, we're not putting the goblin.
How
inside.
big are you?
3 foot.
3 foot.
So you
Ooh,
crouch
you'd
down,
really
you
have to
could just-
squish. But it's right now.
It's not an Easter.
It's just happening.
It's fairly shattered
Yeah.
at this point. I mean, there is a piece that's kind of like this, but it would more be you like just sitting in a.
Car seat.
I mean, you could probably turn it into a sled, but other than
Okay.
that,
Hate this so
Drunky.
much. Yeah.
Drunky. Fat guy in a little leg. Fat guy in a little leg.
I'm now doing fat guy in a little leg. We did that once and never do it again.
Alright, here, take a look though. No, bring your hands out bigger. My hands are bigger. Wider. Wider. There you go. Okay. There we go.
so you're now wait, your little 3 foot self is holding this
As he holds it out like this,
almost 2 foot.
I'm gonna say like this. I'm gonna say, you know what? That's not gonna work. Close your arms like this, and just like bring them close to your chest. Bring them close to your chest. I'm gonna put it in front of you, but I don't want you to break and just over the head.
I sit down and go to
Okay.
bed.
Make a gosh, I don't even know where to go with. Make a strength check. Do just a straight up strength.
Good old
Or
-1.
no, give me an athletics. Give me an athletics check.
Oh, even worse.
The beautiful hat you got.
11.
Oh no,
Oh
you're
no, that's -1. 9.
you are pinned. The thing just came down. You are pinned and pressed into the
I got a good
snow.
look inside now. Is it anything like I'm familiar with?
Yeah, it smells.
Oh,
It smells real bad.
can I like history check to see if like I recognize it?
Yeah, you can.
Cool. Considering it's in my face. No. 11.
11. No, it smells real bad. I mean, it is reminiscent of something. You just can't quite place what. Like it's right on the edge of your brain and you just can't.
I'll
But it smells real bad.
Please.
I'll
Do you want to take it out? You can take it out.
yeah. I would shape water around my hands, lift it, so I'm not actually touching it.
It's gross in there. Don't do that again.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, I would immediately drop it.
Okay, so you basically do like the lift and drop.
He goes, it's gross in there, and I go, ew.
The rest of it just shatters in the snow. No, just shatters.
It was already broken.
But now it's, you know what, whatever.
Okay. Let's keep going up the mountain.
Okay, as you keep going up the mountain, you hear shouting. Shouting, although it's you would recognize the language. It's in Orcish. It's calling out, and it's off on the same side of the path
What are
that the
they-
orcs were on before.
What are they shouting?
They're calling out what you can imagine. Actually, give me a history check, but at advantage because you speak Orcish.
Okay. I'm really sorry, guys. When I built this character, yeah, okay. I did not make history one of his minor points. So.
He's
Yeah, I
one
think
of the moment
history is
kind of
about
person.
the closest I can get to what this
No,
would be.
hey, it's still pretty great. So that'll be 18.
Okay, yeah, these are names. These are names of orcs that they're shouting out. You're hearing Glasha, Glasha, Bulak, Bulak.
Okay, guys, heads up. They're either calling their kids home who are outside playing and they've been out too long, or they're like calling for help. It's those orcs. I think it's from earlier. You want to go check it out?
You want me to go check out the orcs?
No, I'm going. I just didn't know if you guys wanted to come too. Bye, I love you. Try not to die. And I'll just take off running. Towards the orcs that are calling for help.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I'll just like roll my eyes and just jog after him.
I don't jog, I walk.
I guess we're going.
I like sigh.
Yeah, we have a choice.
Oh, we have choices.
Do we? Our cleric and our barbarian just
When
left.
I don't get to see a character sheet beforehand, I don't know you're gonna speak Orcish.
He's a half orc.
I still didn't see a character sheet beforehand. I didn't know what he was gonna be. All right.
Sorry
No, you don't be sorry.
that I made that.
I'll be right back.
kind of
Everything's
clear.
dirty, I cleaned it.
Just your attitude, bye.
Thanks.
All right, so you see the same two. The same two are kind of off in the distance, and they're still walking. They look a little annoyed when you come back.
Hey, are you guys okay? You're just like screaming names.
Well, why do you want to know?
I'm a concerned citizen. Maybe I worry for my fellow orc brothers and sisters.
What about them?
Oh, I don't know. Those guys are nuts.
They look like they tried to kill orcs.
No way. Not when I'm here. That would just be awkward.
You stop all 5 of them?
I mean,
4? I'm not good at counting.
hey, listen, I stop all 6 of them all the time, okay?
Yeah. 7 people get stopped.
All of them.
All 3 of them.
So how can we help? What are you yelling for?
We're looking for Glasha, Burk, Bulak, this tall,
Are these are
and this tall.
these are your younglings?
Yes.
All right. Where'd you last see them?
At our house.
Oh crap.
It's a cave.
Okay.
It's over there.
They're not inside, right?
Inside the cave?
Yeah.
You think we wouldn't have looked?
I don't know. I never looked.
Would that not be obvious?
Yeah, that's fair.
Hey.
How about this? We're continuing to go up the mountain. You guys stay here, just in case they come home. But if not, we'll go up the mountain and we'll keep looking for them. If we find them, we'll send them right home.
You want us... Do you have children?
No. I'm not a big kids guy.
You want us to stay here while you go searching for our children.
Yeah, I mean, I feel weird if I stayed in your house.
Our house is over there. Far.
Oh, way far.
Far.
Oh, that's why you guys are even up here. You're like looking for the kids.
Yes.
Oh, you guys should just come with us then. We're going up the mountain.
I
Yes.
wish we could understand this.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
So there's a cave.
Did you ask about the orbs?
Oh, yeah, no, we didn't even get to that.
Could you please do that?
Yeah. Hey, gang, the little Orby things, are those eggs?
We smash them. The children play ball with them. They gather them. They toss them. They smash.
I didn't get any of that. What?
They have kids. Hey, do you guys speak common?
Yes.
What? Why don't you guys just talk to them?
Did you talk to me in common or did you talk to me in my language?
I talked to. Now I switch over to common. Hey, these guys are looking for their kids.
They spoke common the
The
whole
entire
time.
time?
Yeah, it's weird the stuff that just doesn't come up. Like I'm an Aries. I've never talked about it.
Really? We've had that talk before.
Oh, have we?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Is there a cave nearby?
We find common to be simple,
Yeah.
less rich than our own
The
language.
kids find those orbs and then they play with them like toys. Like they throw them at each other and
They have this great game where one throws it up in the air and the other takes a giant stick or a small tree and smashes it across.
Okay.
And then they run around the rocks.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. There's a good chance
That
these
sounds
are
like fun.
eggs,
Yeah.
and this whole situation is just effed up.
They explode, and if you get them when they're fresh, it makes a huge mess.
Okay,
It's
so-
beautiful.
So they're eggs. They're definitely eggs. We're gonna keep going up the mountain. You guys are welcome to come with us. If we find the kids, we'll send them.
Have you noticed any with a different coloring? Like a reddish hue?
Reddish hue. What is hue?
It's a name.
He's a nice
Hue. It's a hue.
Any that
It's
look
fun to
like,
say hue.
like a berry,
An egg like a berry.
with the color of a berry.
An color of a blueberry?
Like blood.
I like blueberries.
There's so many words in Orc that just don't translate. Well, we don't even have a word for you. We
Blood. How about blood?
We just call it the other red.
Well, this has been helpful.
You're welcome.
It's good seeing you guys again. Thanks again for not killing us.
You're welcome.
They were gonna kill us?
Oh, yeah, like twice now. How messed up is that? Let's keep going.
This is why we can't let him speak.
For a while, we thought he was the only one who could.
I think that it is a gamble I'm willing to take just not to let him.
People make assumptions about us and that we can't speak any other language.
Let's hope that next time we run into them, they speak common too.
I find it a little offensive, personally.
That was
I
all.
understand. People see me and think I only speak giant, and I get it.
You speak giant?
I mean, I do speak giant, but they just assume that I only speak giant because I'm so tall.
Right. Yeah, they don't assume I speak giant, but I'm very tall too. So, what? You speak well. Very well.
Oh,
Do-
gosh.
Were you raised by, fellow orcs?
Yeah, I mean,
You speak like a native
my
speaker
mom
of the
was an
language.
orc. My dad was a really ballsy human.
Impressive.
Yeah.
All right, so they actually they aren't too comfortable walking with you up the mountain.
Yeah.
But they stay kind of parallel, probably within
It's like when you're in a road trip and there's another car that's kind of going the same direction. You don't want to make it formal, but you just sort of draw.
You hear mutterings about. I mean, you understand it because they're back into Orcish, but about personal bubbles and annoying humans
Yeah.
and just
Yeah. But yeah, we keep going up the mountain, but we travel in tandem with our new
All right.
spots.
Not touching anything.
As you get further up the mountain, you actually see a couple other of the smashed, what you now assume are probably eggs. You see a couple others that look smashed.
Yeah.
You see areas where you can tell there's just like a single one that's kind of smashed, and then you see areas where obviously children were probably playing with these, and it's just a royal mess. It's just smashed everywhere and goop, and it's just kind of gross. But at one point, you even see the like almost along the lines of a baseball diamond carved out with like. But yeah, you continue moving up the mountain. Towards the top, you see kind of an outcropping, what appears to be kind of a series of cave systems. Most of the entrances are fairly small, not really accessible looking. But you feel like if they're talking about a cave at the top, it would probably be in this general vicinity.
Okay. So, guys, there's probably a cave close by. Are we ready for this? I'm thinking what
I'm always ready for a cave.
Okay. Let's just be on guard, I guess.
Do you go straight up the path, or do you search around? How do you?
I'm gonna be a little bit more observant now that I know that unfortunately, if this thing has been laying eggs, now it views orcs as the people that play baseball with their eggs. And Daddy kind of looks like these guys, so I think I'm being a little bit more subtle than I normally am. So I'm searching around the area, and I'm definitely coming at this from trying to come at it from a stealthier perspective.
Okay, what about everybody else? Are you guys moving in a stealthy way, or are you guys moving just straight up towards the
I'm
towards
just
the top of the path?
clambering.
I would just
Not stealthy?
No, I don't care.
Me neither.
Not
That
stealthy.
would be a disadvantage with a -1.
Ah, okay.
No, I would just move forward because I don't look like either of the species that have been attacking this thing.
Good.
But I'm also making more of a straight path. I'm not letting obstacles stop me. I'm just going around, over them instead of around them.
Straight path. Okay. You get up to the top of the path, and it looks like there was a cave entrance. There was a large cave entrance at some point.
Sure.
But it's been completely blocked off. There are rocks and things like that across the entrance. They look like fairly large boulders. You can make an investigation check if you'd like to.
Sure. Look, I can look.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Are there any other entrances, small ones?
Are you investigating the main area that looks to be
No,
blocked
I'm
off,
looking
or are you
for-
doing any other searching?
I'm just searching the area to see if there's any other entrances that might
Okay.
be just
Are you going
smaller.
off to the left or the right of that main
I
area?
would go over.
You're trying to climb up the rocks.
Yes.
Okay. This area is. It looks like the initial entrance to the cave was pretty tall. It was
Yeah.
probably about 20 feet tall, and then there's rocks over that. You can make
I
an.
have slippers of spider climbing, so I can just climb over things.
Okay, well then, you can climb up towards the top. When it comes to checks on do you have to do any sort of checks when you're climbing up things with those slippers of spider climbing?
No, I can walk upside down if I wanted to.
Well, okay.
They're just kick butt slippies.
Did anybody else do any investigations on the
I got
kind
a
of
16 on investigation.
16?
I did
On rocks.
I did an investigation on the rocks. I got a 5.
5, okay.
Dude, some
Anyone
big
else?
rocks.
You know what? That one is shit.
Yeah, I did an investigation and I got that, but I think seeing the entrance block, I'm wondering if there's another entrance to the cave. I'm wondering if this is if it's a go through. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna give everybody a second because I don't want to split up from them.
Okay.
But as soon as everybody's done, if he comes back and he hasn't able to find, I'm gonna suggest that we just go around and see if
Around
we
the
can-
sides.
yeah.
Okay.
I I have something that might be able to unblock this. It would be a rule of cool kind of a thing, so you'd have to tell me if this was okay.
Okay.
But we could try it. We would all need to clear the area a bit. But I could call down thunder, which would then push things 10 feet away, minimum.
I hate everything about this.
What spell are you specifically looking at right now?
Thunderwave.
Thunderwave.
Thunderwave. So a wave of thunderous force sweeps out from you. Each
Okay.
creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away from you. So basically, I would
It
use
says
my
creature. Does it say object?
In addition, unsecured objects that are completely within the area of effect are automatically pushed 10 feet away
Ooh, unsecured though.
from you by the
We'll
spell's
see.
effect. And the
How
spell
secure
emits a
is
thunderous
this?
boom, audible up to 300 feet.
So you know
Okay.
what might be secured? The rocks. You know what might be unsecure? The rest of the mountain snow above us.
This is a valid observation.
All right, as you climb up to the top, you notice that it looks like maybe this started as a rock fall, but a lot of these rocks look too deliberately placed to be part of just a rock fall. It may have started that way, but someone or something came in and helped the process along, kind of wedged those rocks into place and created a not a doorway, but essentially a wall to block off this
From
cave
which
entrance. It looks like, ooh. It looks like from the outside, I mean, you wouldn't know from the inside because you're not on the inside. So from the outside, it looks like some of these rocks were wedged into place from the outside to reinforce whatever started as possibly a rock fall. They're just a little too perfectly kind of wedged in there, not like they would be if they had just fallen.
Yeah, I think we'll really need to pull these out. They're not going to be just falling out.
Yeah, sure.
I got a hammer. You got a hammer. We just have.
I also have
We could have the
this.
2 big people,
I'm taller than them.
3 big people.
I also have this, and I'll pull out my potion of hill giant strength.
4 people. Take the rocks out.
Okay.
Okay, keep in mind, this is about 20, I said about 20 feet tall. So this is about 20 feet of rocks. The cave entrance itself
One messed up rock.
Oh, I'm not
basically.
smart.
is
I'm
is about
it's an idea.
All right.
It's an idea.
15 to 20 feet across.
Yeah. Okay.
So we're talking, we can do math on that, but we're talking a lot of large boulders and rocks here.
Counter proposal. Because I'm worried that looking at this wall of rocks fills me with a kind of dread and a fear that they will all come tumbling down.
Oh no,
should
God,
the
please.
wrong rock be pulled.
Wouldn't that just open up the cave entrance?
True, and we'd be dead. So the next group.
It would also open up our skulls.
I'm up here.
Okay, you'd be alive, so you could tell the next group of adventurers what happened to your friends. Oh, those guys were great, you would say, over their bodies. So, but, since I am one of those friends, let's look for another way in to the cave. If we can't find one, then we go with maybe a different way of trying to get through these rocks.
Is there a clear path around or up?
A clear path.
To
Well,
find an-
he already went up.
He went up.
He kind of went up the front and looked over it.
Right.
Up at the top, you're not see. It's just more rock that
Right.
just stretches upward. Nobody's looked around yet. Who's going to do some searching?
Look for a path.
Okay, so we've got this here. Are you going around to the right or are you going around to the left?
To the right.
To the right, and then is there anybody going with you?
From the left.
You're going to the left. Okay.
I'll search
Who-
around top side on one of the sides if I can.
Okay, top side, like off to the right or the left.
Yeah, I'll follow him to the
You're just
right
gonna
and
hit
kind
the
of look
right
from
side.
above, see if I can get a different
No, but
perspective.
now this one's going one way, this one's going the other. He's staying here.
I won't go very far.
Okay, so you're going top side right.
Top side, right?
What if I make a tiny hut and then use my spiritual weapon to just knock it down? I'm just throwing ideas out.
It's tiny
I
up.
like that one. We should do that.
Plan B, okay?
Okay, and then you were also heading around to the right?
I'm gonna take one of these numbnuts.
Okay. You said you were
He's gonna
heading.
hang out with me.
You said you were heading off to the left.
Yeah.
I'll follow Chunky and
Okay.
So he doesn't get lost
what?
in the snow.
It happened once.
All right.
Freaking bell on this kid or something like Marco.
Okay, so we've got Trunky, and we've got Knock going off to the left.
Sure.
We've got
Oh, great, we're splitting the party.
yeah, this is
That's pretty
great.
par for the course. In the
Nothing. can go
We've
wrong.
got it's Kashirik, right?
Geshirik.
Kashirik. Going over the top to the right, and okay. So what's Moon Smash doing, and what is Edwin doing?
Edwin went to the right.
Edwin went to the right as well, staying on the ground, and you also went off to the right.
Thanks, Moon.
All right.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah.
Those of you who we'll deal with the right first.
I made that face and did that move.
Deal with this death trap thing.
Oh no.
Give me a con save. That's a mystery save. We're gonna use that later.
Make one more disadvantage. Oh no.
All right, those of you who went off to the right. So, and actually, that is just Moon Smash and Enwin,
And me.
because you are
Unless it doesn't count.
yes, but you're actually up on the rock face.
Okay.
So
That's fine.
as you two travel around, you notice that the ground gets a lot steeper and it feels a lot less stable. Do you keep going to the right?
Steeper and
It's
less stable.
there's a little bit more of a drop off on the mountain, so you've
Okay.
got about
It's fine. It's fine.
you've got about 2 feet to play with as far as walking around. But there's a pretty significant drop off beyond that 2 feet. He's
This is a
okay
good amount
because
of
he's
power,
able to
but
kind
not
of
in D&D.
he's able to stick to kind of the walls and stay on. You're still going to have to make Kashirik, you're still going to have to make an athletics or acrobatics.
It's the same for me.
Okay. Check as you move around because that snow
Okay, you want me to
on the
take
rock
that
face
Bro.
really does get pretty slippery.
now? Bro.
Even if you're good at
I'll be
this.
fine. That's
Oh no.
5 altogether.
Okay, it's a little too slippery for you, but luckily you do have that 2-foot path underneath. So as you slip, you grab at it, and I will give you a second check. I'll give you an acrobatics in order to catch yourself on that little 2-foot path.
I'm still there, so I'd like to.
And you can actually take it at advantage because of your
Okay.
boots.
I was gonna give him an advantage with an ice ball.
That's gonna be a 19.
A 19. Okay, so you catch yourself on the path. All 3 of you are on that 2-foot path. It still feels pretty unstable. It goes kind of around a corner, and you can't see around on the other side of the kind of cave area yet. But you can choose to go forward, or you can choose to head back to where the other party is. And after you decide, I'm gonna move over to them to what they're doing.
Over the cliff. Are there any entrances into the cave that we can see? If I
Over
just,
the cliff, it is a drop off.
Okay, cool. Never mind then.
It is a very
drop-off?
steep. The drop off. Yes. Over the cliff
Just
is.
checking.
Yeah.
was
I
that-
mean, you are welcome to further investigate that drop
I
off.
think I'm good.
Okay.
After I've slid down,
Right.
I'm not a fan of the snow
Hey, what's up?
and walking in it.
So do you guys move forward or not?
On the left side?
Those of you who are going off to the right.
Oh, that's up.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. No, it was the 3 together. I thought you
Yes,
guys
three
were
of us.
going
So,
off.
yeah.
We're on the right.
One of those
Okay.
things.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Here.
Those of you who went off to the right, which was Moon Smash and Enwin. Edwin and Kashirik,
Edwin.
yes. So do you guys, you're on the 2-foot path at this point. So do you guys continue to move off to the right around the corner?
This seems
Tiny for me. You're right. Cut to Moon Smash like plastered up against it since he's giant.
I was like, you guys can make these dex checks, but I would probably just grab 4d6 in the other hand. Just to not strain yourself.
Does it look like a clear path that just seems unstable?
It's pretty clear. I mean, it maintains its kind of 2 foot
it's definitely a
or so
path.
width. It does not look like a naturally
Natural
made
path.
path. This is the sort of path that looks very precise because when snow has kind of collected on rocks, it's formed its own
if I go
kind of.
on all fours, would that help me in any way?
Do you have these special spider boots on your hands?
No.
Then no.
No.
Yes, the spider boot.
I'm just
gloves.
going to slide.
I like to call them my spider
Okay,
beans.
so you're gonna lay on your belly.
No.
Hold it under a hand, and drag yourself, and then push yourself off the other. Just like
Nah.
you
That's
got
fine.
this.
I think it's best if we go back to the entrance
Same.
and hope that the others found a more.
What a great idea!
We can
and
always
starts
come
like
back.
sliding back. Still plastered to the wall.
No.
Okay, so you don't go around the corner at all. You
Nah,
just back
if,
up.
If the other way doesn't work, I'll try it.
Okay.
But if we don't know what's on the left side yet.
All right. Other group.
Yes.
Left side.
Yeah.
What are you doing to investigate as you move around the left side of this mountain?
Man, I'm kind of low to the ground. I got like a branch, and I'm like poking through the snow to make sure the things that are under me.
I got a stick.
I got a stick to make sure that where I'm stepping is solid. Like,
No.
Oh, he found the landmines.
Good news, you found the landmines. Bad news, you frickin' found landmines. Damn it, drunkie.
can I borrow those 66, please?
All right. So you're poking with a stick. Are you poking close to the wall of the mountain, or are you
I'm
away?
keeping
How far
close to
are you
the
away from the mountain?
Like, just trying to like.
Now, there's no drop off on this side. It's,
Oh.
it's fairly wide open, and you've got kind of a forested area.
Okay,
So you're okay over there.
Safer.
I'm sort of tracing along my hand against the wall because what I'm thinking is if we're gonna find an entrance, it's gonna be an area where the snow instinctively fell and covered a spot, or if something's been sneaking in and out of this cave, like they would have put up a cover of some sort. So if Trunky's poking the ground, I want one hand pressed as much as I can against the wall, almost like you're making your way through a labyrinth. You put one hand on the wall.
How much are you communicating with each other as you do this?
Oh, you gotta talk to the guy. He's gonna like disappear in the snow.
Yeah, gotta like.
Okay. So you guys have a pretty constant
It's
line
the
of
most
chatter
messed up
going
game of
on.
Marco Polo ever. Like,
I've got like one stick pointing the ground. I've got like a leaf in the air to show where I am in the snow.
Okay.
Like,
What is your passive perception? What are both of you? What's your passive perception?
Jeez. 12.
You see snow.
I see snow.
actually, mine's not bad. It's 14.
Oh,
Okay.
That's decent.
You hear a sound kind of off in the distance. It is also kind of around a corner. With a 14, you can't quite identify what it is, but it's
It doesn't sound like.
It doesn't
Moon,
sound-
like,
it doesn't
silently
sound like
crying
a
to himself
person.
On a ledge somewhere.
it doesn't sound like a person. It's like it's a very low, steady sort of sound.
Okay.
Very steady, but you can't quite identify it yet.
yeah,
Shut up for a second. Do you hear that?
yeah,
What is that?
Do you move closer?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
gonna
Yeah.
figure out what this is.
Sounds like water. Sounds like probably a river.
Holy crap, dude!
did we do it?
I mean, I don't know, but the thing when we first came to this town, remember how the bank was like overflowing with stuff?
Yeah.
Maybe there's a runoff. Maybe this is where the water from the whole comes from the top of the mountain down.
You've said a lot of things, and that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it's
I'm
okay.
disappointed in myself for making sense. Okay, let's.
Let's grab the others.
I mean, can we locate the source of the water from where we're standing?
Sure. Well,
Like-
no, it would be around a corner.
Okay,
I mean, you
yeah,
can
no,
go
no,
to it or you
how,
can go back.
How hard would it be to just run back and be like,
By
Hey,
this
guys.
point, I mean, you can't call. You're too far away to call to them, but you can go back to them
yeah,
if you
let's
want
run
to.
back. Let's run back and
Yeah.
grab them and say, like, hey guys, let's go check out this water source unless they found something cooler.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys head back, and you guys are also heading back.
Yeah. You found snow?
It's a little colder.
Is it?
So you guys kind of meet in the middle, back at
Yeah.
the main blocked-off entrance, and
Hey, what'd you guys find?
Snow.
Oh, cool.
There's a tiny path. It's like this big. We almost died.
Oh,
It's pretty rough.
not today, Satan.
Not today.
yeah. No, we found. We think we found where the water was coming from. Like that from below. We found like rushing water, but it was like the source of it. But maybe you guys want to come check this out with us?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm thirsty.
Yeah, let's do it. So yeah, I'll lead them back the way we came.
okay.
Is it a little warmer? You said like we're in like a foresty kind of.
Yeah, it's cooler than it was when you started because you were at the base of the mountain, so it was a little bit warmer.
Where are the two
orcs? You actually don't see them right now,
Maybe they went.
and you don't really hear them calling out.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe they found the kids.
Yeah, but we keep walking towards that.
Okay.
We keep heading towards the water.
Okay.
That's not the water.
You get to a rushing river, and it also looks like it's overflowing. It looks like it's, knowing what you know from where you came up the mountain and angles and all of that stuff, it's the same river that you passed going into the village, and it also looks like it's overflowing a bit. It's almost like the spring melts came early.
Oh, okay.
You know, that flooding that happens when the spring melts happen.
Yeah.
But it's happening way too early. It should not be.
Can we follow it to the source? Then? Can we like?
Sure. So as you follow it around the mountain a little bit, you actually get to another entrance to the mountain. It's a little smaller than the other one was. This one has a ceiling of probably about like 8 feet.
Is it open? Like
It is. It's open. It's a little bit more hidden. There's
Hey.
some like foliage around it.
Guys, I totally forgot. What do you call that fruit that's like red? That grows in trees?
Watermelon.
No, the other one. You
Grapes.
make like apple juice with it.
Oranges.
It's not orange.
Apples?
What's apple juice?
Yeah, how you like them apples? Entrance to the cave.
Can we get some taller apples?
Don't go left, Chunky.
I thought those were green.
Man, I really want some watermelon now, though.
Me too.
Yeah. Afterwards, you want to get some
Oh,
watermelon?
definitely.
Oh, we're
Yeah.
definitely.
We're gonna attack that onto the bill.
Aren't those green?
Hmm?
Aren't those green?
Watermelon?
No, you cut them open.
No, man, they're red.
Oh, I guess they could be green too. We took a long route to get to the apple station. Anyway, okay.
There is something odd as you get closer to that entrance. You do notice that the snow seems to have kind of melted around the entrance,
Good.
and you're seeing wisps of smoke, steam. You're seeing wisps kind of come out of the cave
There's the cave smell.
of the mountain. The what?
Sorry, I found
Does
a
the
berry on
cave
ground
smell?
eating it.
There is it's make a perception check.
Um, 11.
I mean, it smells like you imagine a cave
cave.
would smell. You haven't been in a lot of caves.
You're saying
It's
it's warmer
got a
inside
cavey
the
kind of
cave.
smell. You imagine it might
I'm
be
going
if
inside. man.
Guys, let's be strategic about the. Oh, lizard! His one weakness. Not wanting to be in soggy cold weather.
How dark is it in this cave?
it. Well, you're not fully in it yet. It appears to be a pretty dark cave. It does not appear to have any sort of artificial light coming out of it.
Got it.
But yeah, you've definitely got that. It's almost that steam look, like, you know, when you're outside on a cold winter's day and like the breath, like, and you can see your breath. It's almost along those lines.
Is there a pattern to the steam coming out of this cave?
A pattern to the steam.
Like,
It's something very large breathing out. Is the cave
Would-
alive?
Okay.
would I
It's
be
a
able to
cave in the
notice if there were like puffs of steam coming out, or if it's a steady flow of
Make
steam?
an investigation check.
Is the cave in the mix?
Yes, all the caves are made.
Hate
It is now.
What are you doing?
it. Well, that's a 3.
Ah,
I was checking to see if the steam coming out of the cave was like in a rhythm, like a.
Were you doing that by doing exactly what you're doing right now?
I also feel like if it,
I was hyperventilating
Okay.
because
if it was breathing, would it be
Little
breathing
butt
it back
rock.
in and out and then in?
Yeah, do what you were doing before, but do it backwards.
yeah, with that investigation you rolled, that's steamy steam. It was
Yeah.
just steam.
Okay.
The steam.
Is the
It's like
water
a
full?
sauna.
did anyone stop?
The water in the river.
No. Nobody stopped.
No one stopped him.
No.
Okay.
So you're just walking in while all this is
I'm
going.
gonna follow you.
Oh yeah, I'm not. I wouldn't say like the minute we noticed it, I was like, guys, come on, let's go.
Do you have dark vision?
Huh?
Do you have dark vision?
I do have dark vision.
I
have
don't.
The
dark
lizard
vision.
doesn't. He's in.
I don't. Do you have dark
Don't
vision?
know why I don't, but I don't.
Half orcs though.
I have dark vision.
As you go, I'm just gonna. What? Hold up! Just. I just cast. I don't know. It's a feature. Eyes of the Night. So.
Okay, and tell me about Eyes of the Night.
I can give any creatures dark vision
Yeah.
for 10 minutes.
Okay,
I-
so
I can
you've got
see.
Me too, don't worry.
who has natural dark vision?
Not us.
Okay, so you
But now
just
we
cast
can
on the two of you. Everyone
But
can
now
see.
we can.
Okay.
Dark vision up to 60.
It is not pitch black in this cave, so you guys can see up to 60 feet. It's not pitch black, but it's dim enough that you would need the dark vision or some sort of artificial light to see really well enough. There are bits of area where there's a little bit of a kind of a faint glow in parts, almost an kind of an orangish glow. And you've got that little tiny bit of dim light coming in from the cave and that little tiny bit of dim light off the orange glow that's kind of reflecting off of the river because the river continues into the cave. And it actually, hang on a minute, you know what?
We're all on the floor now.
And you said we wouldn't
Sprint
get
time, sprint time, sprint time.
Hang on, I have to
What
find,
else did I-
I have to find the figures I just knocked off.
Oh, that's okay.
I did
And you
knock
said
all
we
of them
wouldn't make
off.
it to the map. Guys, can we go home now?
And we all died.
What happens if we just
Okay.
turn around now? Be like,
So
sorry,
I'm
guys,
missing,
can't
hang on a
forget
minute.
Right,
Pause while I
lost
find
it.
the figures. There's one. Let me figure out who
I
else
think
I'm
we went
missing.
through the-
I've got Knock. I've got Moon Smash. I've got Trunky. I've got. That's Edwin, I think. And I think, yeah, that's everybody. So I was just missing one. Thank you very much. So this is Kashirik. Okay. So you, Kashirik, you were the first one to go into the cave, right?
Yes.
So you're ahead. What's your marching order going into the cave?
She's gone.
Well, other than the fact that how far would you have gone in without them?
I'm just looking for warmth, so however long it takes.
How far is your range for casting dark vision?
Yeah, he wouldn't have caught him.
Oh no.
That's fine.
10 feet.
No, I was gone.
Okay, you
No, I don't
can't
have
see.
it. That's
I
fine.
can
I'm
see.
still going towards the warmth.
Okay, so if you're heading towards the warmth, you are probably heading towards. This is one of those kind of glowy areas.
Oh, can I
So
see
you would
that?
probably be heading towards that. Are you just going and then stopping?
If there's a glowy area, I'll look at it.
Okay, it's not super glowy. It's not enough that you can like really look at
I
it,
see
but
something's
you know,
glowing, I'll just stare at it.
it's definitely a little warmer.
I'm distracted.
Okay, we'll deal with that in a minute. Everyone else in going into the cave, what is your marching order?
There's
Well,
a
the
brain
Jew is
shiny
followed
rock.
back.
Yeah, I was next.
Okay.
bring up the rear.
Yeah.
Here. Okay.
I'll go afterward.
Yeah, Knock and I would go at the same time.
All right. So you guys are going side by side into this
Yeah.
cave?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Man, that map is pretty.
This guy is just. Oh, and you know what? I didn't even check. I didn't even turn over to the map. I should probably do that and then
Do
figure
that.
out
Yeah,
because I
sure.
can't. Map cam. There we go. So I just need to move it so we can actually see you guys.
I'm gonna go ahead and as I'm walking in, drink that potion of Hill Giant Strength.
There we go. All right. So you guys are. So you're drinking potion of Hill Giant Strength. Tell me about that and what it does.
When you drink this potion, your strength score changes to 21 for 1 hour.
Okay.
The potion has no effect on you if your strength is equal or greater than that score. The potion's transparent liquid has floating in it a sliver of fingernail from a hill giant.
Okay.
So I swallow it and then almost vomit.
Got it. Okay.
I want to give you a heads up that I've got it's like a battle axe.
Okay.
So when I'm holding it, the group that's with we can't be surprised by anything.
Okay. How many people does that cover? Like, what is the radius effect of that? The area effect of
I
that?
don't
Is
think
that
it's a
within
radius
30
effect.
feet?
I think you could conceivably just make it me, like while I'm holding the axe and stuff like that.
Does it say specifically you and your companions, or does
No.
it just say you?
I'll read
What
you
is-
the
yeah.
specifics. Magic weapon warns you of danger. While the weapon is on your person, you have advantage on initiative. In addition, you and any of your companions within 30 feet of you
30
can't
feet.
be surprised, except when incapacitated by something other than non-magical sleep.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out how much time this debate would have happened outside before you guys went in to follow him. You didn't take a lot of time. You probably took, what, 20 seconds?
It's up to
10
you.
seconds
Yeah,
or so?
20 seconds.
Before you went in? So he had a brief moment where he was not,
Split the difference, 15?
yeah, where he was not in that 30-foot area.
Yeah.
But you know, it was really only about a 15-second. Okay, well done.
You're doomed. Enjoy your day.
Oh God.
4 and a net 1.
That
I rolled
66.
very poorly.
40.
You're
46. The good
welcome.
news is it's dark and he didn't notice.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so you guys travel in, and at this point, now once you've cast dark vision, it's a spell. Is it a spell or
It's
like
class
a?
feature.
Okay, so once you cast it, you can't cast it again, or you can
I've
cast
got
it at
two
any
more.
time. Okay,
Did you cast it? You didn't cast it on me.
he
But
cast
tried.
it,
You
but
tried.
you were
You
not
were
close
away.
enough.
Fail?
Well, I mean,
Oh,
me,
you were too
I
far.
can
Okay,
still see.
cool.
I have unlimited distance dark vision.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I can see forever.
So
See
at this
people.
point, yeah, the 4 of you can see, let me see, 60 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Okay, you can't see to the back of the cave, but you can see pretty far into it. How far can you see?
Mine has no max distance.
Okay. So what you see as you're looking around is you see a pretty open cave. There are some rock formations. Some of them have a little bit of a kind of an orangish glow to them. There are more of those, what you've now figured to be eggs, in those rock formations, but they're in clusters. There are a few of them that look broken. The majority of them seem to still be together. And at this point, the rock formations themselves are about, I need to double check on a height here. The rock formations themselves are probably about 3 feet tall. You're 3 feet, right? You guys are taller. How tall are you, Mandrake? Or not Mandrake. Yes, Edwin. And then how tall are you?
5'8".
Okay.
I know this number. It's the only thing I know really sure about my character.
And he
Yeah.
wants to be a dragon.
Yeah, Edwin's 6
He
foot
is a
tall.
dragon.
Thought he was.
He's 6 foot tall. Okay. I need to see.
I mean, like-
Okay.
6.5 with the blue palm.
All right.
Dragon.
He's half dragon.
At this point, you don't see anything yet. You see a figure with a kind of slithery serpentine kind of look to it.
Yep, he's right there.
Oh,
I didn't know you had those slippers of climbing. So all I thought, like, I
That's
go over
okay.
things. All I could think was a lizard going.
Yeah, exactly.
Red
Well,
was
that's
what
how I
I
was doing it,
pictured, but
but
we're
I
going to
had
go for green
slippers.
instead. Okay. So you see one from where you are that's kind of over in the corner
Stop
here.
Push a thing.
And then you don't see anything else at the moment. You guys, let me see, 60 feet.
It's dark.
Okay, you guys would actually see it too, and you would see it. You would not see it because you can't see in the dark yet.
Can't see
Okay,
anything.
so it's just kind of moving, but it's kind of moving in place. It's undulating a little bit.
Sure.
But yeah, that's what you see.
Guys. Did you guys see the thing over there?
It's not up a rock.
Yeah,
It's glowing.
It's like slithering.
Oh, it's not a boat rock at all.
No, that thing over there.
Oh God.
Okay.
Which one?
That thing moving around a little bit.
I think that's our lizard dude.
Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna leave.
The lizard is now one with the friend.
He belongs to the cave now.
He's gonna be real happy here. Okay.
I don't think it's gonna be happy. It's messing with its eggs, though. So we gotta go get it.
Okay.
Especially since he can't see. How many?
Boulder parchment shears. Whoever loses goes and gets him.
Okay.
Boulder parchment shears.
Oh, so roll again.
So you guys are headed towards this.
Well, we did boulder parchment shears.
They did
Right,
it
well,
loud
And
yeah.
As soon as I went parchment, I cast invisibility on myself.
Okay.
And
So-
I'm gonna get a little bit closer to it.
You are now invisible.
I am.
And oh, you know what? I need to look at something.
As I walk away, I'm gonna go get him, Tiger.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So how close are you moving to this
What
thing?
about our lizard man? He belongs to the
ways
cave
away.
now. We leave.
Okay.
He's gonna be real happy here.
It's warm, it's dark, it's
20-ish
lizard-like.
feet towards
Okay.
it.
So like 5, 10, 15, 20. You're probably staying out of the river.
Yeah,
So like around here.
a little bit
This
closer.
space,
Just
a little
to
bit-
do the full thing.
That okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Anyone else?
I can't see, so I'm just staring at the stuff.
You're just
I'm
trying
so
to stay
warm.
warm. I'm warm. I'm finally warm.
Okay,
It's
egg.
real nice.
I can see well.
Yeah. You can see this serpentine like thing over here. It's probably about it's medium height. It's probably about your size.
I can detect warmth in the room, right? A little bit.
Yeah, it's definitely warmer in
Can I feel
this
where it's
space.
radiating from?
The entire cave, it's kind of like almost like a sauna where it would just be kind of reflecting off the walls, bouncing off the
Right.
walls. The whole thing
Okay.
feels warmer.
So
It
I
feels
can't, like, pinpoint
steamy.
any kind of
Yeah, honestly, like
Okay.
if you're into like hot saunas, like this is the place to be.
Okay, well then I'm
It's
gonna
warm.
I'm gonna move
This was a good
forward
idea.
towards the lighted area in front of us that you said.
So glad. I'm
Yeah,
here.
well
some of the
this
light-
this rock has a very very dim glow to it.
Right.
But you're able to see back
Right,
to about
right.
here.
My goal is to move forward to where he is.
Okay. So you're moving next to him?
Yes.
Okay.
And go. I know you like it here, but you can't see, and it ain't safe.
Who said that?
I'm gonna walk up behind him. The lizard.
Mm-hmm.
This lizard? Or the other?
Okay.
Okay. It's like,
And I'm gonna be like, hey big guy, sun's getting real low.
And it'll get cold outside. I don't want to go out there.
It's true. However, this is more like a good example of a good news, bad news situation.
Okay.
Good news, we found a real warm cave.
Yeah.
Bad news, we are not the first people to find this real warm cave.
The orcs got here first.
Kinda. There's like some weird looking lizard things.
What's a lizard?
Oh man, I don't even know how to unpack this.
What? Hang on a minute. What have? Wait, you've moved up. You've moved up towards him as well.
I moved on.
So you're next to him over
So
here.
if there's anything else with them now that's now
No,
within
I-
60 feet of me,
Same here.
I'm trying to think angles. This is about 3 feet tall.
He's 7'1".
I'm 6.
Yeah, no, we're still good. We're good. Okay, and then
What's a lizard?
About 6 Yeah. Like, because the pompadour and the horns are like at the same level. That's what I hear.
okay, and then Trunky, what are you doing? Are you hanging back?
I'm walking up.
Trying not to drown.
He's walking up the bank. I'm walking up the bank of the river.
Okay, who are you walking towards? Like this group over here? Or?
Toward the
You can't
Lizard
see me.
Collective, please.
Towards the Lizard Collective. Got it.
Yes.
You move towards
but-
the Lizard Collective.
But I'd also would like, once I get to my movement, just briefly and very quickly, like, stick my hand in the water and see if that's where the steam is coming from.
Oh, okay. There's definitely steam coming from the water.
Okay.
At this point, it's just the whole cave is just very steamy. But
Got it.
it's also, I mean, you can make an intelligence check, but it's also very logical that if there's only one source of water in the cave and there's a bunch of steam.
Whether the rocks were steaming or if it was the.
Oh, got it. Okay,
or
yeah.
if it was the river that was steaming.
Yeah, no, you're definitely getting steam off the water. It's definitely
Okay,
like
cool.
it's.
Then
you
I
know.
don't do that because that's gonna hurt. And I just joined the Lizard Collective.
It's not necessarily like the water's not bubbling or anything. It's not like it's boiling
It's
or
just-
anything.
it's
It's
just
just
warm.
that
Okay.
when you get a very very warm space with a lot of water moving through
Got
it,
it.
a lot of that water is going to kind of move out into the air and things like
Thanks,
that.
science.
So, all right. So you're over. So the Lizard Collective over here. Let's go ahead and finish whatever the conversation this is
Guys,
that's
I
happening.
hate to be that guy. But, you can't see, but we can see. There's something over there. And you really like this rock, but I think it's their rock.
I'm okay with sharing.
You know what? He belongs in the cave now.
Okay. And while this conversation is going on, what are you doing?
I'm gonna
Because
get a
this
little bit
conversation
closer
is
and try to
taken
figure out if I know what this thing is.
All right.
It's probably like 10 or 15 feet away.
Here, closer.
A little bit closer that way. toward
Here?
me. Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
All right. This thing comes at you. It does
I'm
not wait.
invisible.
You have just. Oh, it's you're invisible. That's right.
Invisible.
It
Ooh.
cannot see me, I
It
think.
cannot
But can
see
it
you.
see?
But can
I
it
need
fly?
to
Comma.
check.
Me just hanging out. I wanna,
See.
Oh. No one can see
Okay.
the fear when you're.
All right. Yep. It cannot see you. Wait. You need to make a stealth check then.
Okay.
Because I'm assuming being invisible, you're also trying to move in a stealthy way, so as to not make any sounds.
Okay. Do I get an advantage because I'm invisible?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so it's a straight roll because of my own.
Oh gosh. Oh jeez. Yep.
I'm going to guidance myself. Wait.
Are there semantic components to guidance?
Hold on. That's why I said wait. Or somatic and verbal.
And verbal components. Okay.
It's
So
a concentration, so I cannot do
He
that.
just sneezes
this is
it.
just-
Sneezes at the verbal.
That is a 17.
okay. All right. So how close are you going to get to this with your stealthy
About,
stuff?
maybe
That's
another 5 feet diagonal.
another 5 feet diagonal. Okay.
And then, like, can I make a perception or something to see
That
if
would
I
have
know
been
what this
so
is?
funny, like guidancing yourself.
It would be an investigation, but you can look more closely at it with an investigation check.
Okay.
No one sees me.
17.
17. Okay. Very, very much snake-like. It's kind of reddish. Like I said, medium. Definitely has kind of an otherworldly feel to it. Along the lines of, otherworldly sort of feel to it. It knows, like, it can definitely see those people over there, and it is looking like it's going to be moving in their direction. It's not looking super happy that its space has been invaded.
Okay.
So, in fact, as you watch it, it starts to move towards this space. It actually moves here. Yeah, it's going to move
You still can't see it.
to here.
Okay.
Okay.
to take a torch out so I can see this thing?
It's okay. As long as none of us make any sudden moves. Or do a bright flash of light. That's a cool torch, man. We should be. Oh crap! Put it out!
Okay, the
I
second you
raised
pull
my hand to
this torch
shave water
out,
and then just put my hand down.
the second you pull this torch out, this thing hisses and it comes at you. Everyone roll for initiative.
Yes!
Ooh, I've got, let's see.
It wasn't the torch that tricked it. It was the fact that someone sneezed, and that's what pissed it off. Oh,
I
really?
gotta
Come
look
on.
at you incredulously because it's like you're
Zero.
complaining about holding that fire with you this whole time.
All right.
Portable fireplace. Come on, Trunky.
So,
Jesus,
actually,
man.
here,
Am I
let
supposed to
me,
hold it
I'm going to
next
pull
to
this
the
up for
mic?
just a minute.
Fire. That natural explorer.
All right,
of
so
course.
initiative 20 to 25. Ooh, actually, I need to check. I just realized I need to check initiative on this thing. Right.
We're doing great, guys.
here.
We are level 5,
Oh my
so
God.
We're basically gods.
Okay.
Anyone roll above a 10?
All right, so 20 to 25. Nobody.
level 5.
Nobody. Oh,
It's gonna
okay.
roll high. Or really, really.
Will the fire go out if I drop the torch, or will it just be on the ground?
Okay.
There's no stone here.
15 to 20.
16.
17.
17. Okay, so that means that Edwin, and then Knock. Okay, and 10 to 15.
12.
11.
12, 11. Okay, so we've got. Let me see. Nick, and then Trunky.
First initiative of this stream that's not been above 15. I hate this. Thanks, Trunky.
It could be worse.
Freaking warlocks.
It could be a lot.
Okay, and so what did that put you at?
So I rolled a 1, and my initiative modifier is a -1. So 0?
He goes next turn.
Just
He
hold
doesn't
it up
even
as
know
a
where
bonus.
What? I'm pretty sure I checked the rules, and that means that you just don't get to go.
Okay.
You're just paralyzed.
Stream.
You're just fascinated by this little thing. I don't want to hit it.
What are you guys doing? That's really rude. We came into this thing's house.
My house now.
We had an option. We could have left the lizard to the
Do
cave,
you
but
have a
no,
flag?
we had to be zealous.
All right, so oh,
Again.
that means this one is first. All right, so
Sucks to suck. Bye, guys.
this thing is pretty good at moving. Okay, so this guy right over here comes up, and he's able to go up and over this because he's quite comfortable climbing through the nest areas. And he decides to go right for the guy that pulled out the torch
Cool.
because that was annoying. So what he's going to do, he actually has 2 attacks, and he's going to hit you with both of them.
That's not nice.
I know. Well, you really kind of invaded his space, which was not nice of you.
Again, sounds like his problem.
Are you kidding me?
What?
Are you serious right now?
What happened?
I have an ability that lets me roll initiative at advantage. And I forgot about it.
Oops.
Yep, that sucks.
All right.
Won't forget next time, or I will.
Oh, okay. I have to share just because this is a really fun thing to share. My first roll on monsters as a DM
Yeah.
was a nat 20.
Oh!
Yeah.
Great.
Oh.
Great. And the other one?
Great.
Well, I haven't even rolled that one yet. He gets 2 attacks.
Looks like I might get that nap. before battle royale.
Isn't that special? I feel so special right now. Now, the damage, you're lucky because it was a D4 and a D6, and it's a 2 and a 1, so it's only 6 points of damage. So it's actually it's going to be. Sorry, I guess I should probably say. Do you have any resistances to anything?
No.
Okay, because I was going to say that it's 4 points of piercing and
No, everything just hits me the same.
2 points of fire, but yeah.
It's that awesome
it's
coat
fine.
though, right?
So first attack is 6 points of damage. Second attack. So he reaches out and he bites at you, and his teeth go into your arm, and it hurts. It's like fire in your arm.
Yeah, I know what that's like.
And that is, yeah, it's definitely pierces you. He actually swings around with his tail to smack you too because he's pissed. And what does a does a 13 hit your
No,
AC?
it doesn't.
The second one doesn't hit.
Ah.
I know, really bad time, but
Fire.
lizard.
I can see this thing now, right?
You can see it, yes.
What does it look like?
It looks like a snake. It's a fiery looking snake. If you were looking through, I don't know, like you might even call it, I don't know, without looking anything up anywhere, you might even call it a fire snake. I mean, it definitely has that look
You a
to it.
lizard?
So yeah, okay. This means that Edwin is
That's a lizard.
next.
Yeah.
Snake?
Well, you both do the tongue thing.
His back at
Is this larger or smaller than me?
It's about your size.
It's
It's
about
it's
my
medium
size.
height.
Oh,
It's
shit.
about. It would be. How tall were you again?
6 foot.
Yeah,
About,
yeah.
Like six
It's
and a
it's
half
it's
with
a
my
little
hair.
it's a little smaller than we're talking length because it's a
Yeah,
snake.
right.
But it
Okay.
would probably measure about 5 feet or so.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to get out a ruler and check, you can. But right now, you just have to kind of estimate.
Okay.
Can we eat it off the cliff?
Yeet.
5 foot snake. 3 tall goblin.
Okay. From where I'm standing, I'm going to Thorn Whip it.
Okay.
Looking good.
You create a long vine-like whip. I mean, you're pretty familiar with Thorn Whip, right?
Yep.
Yep. Okay, so
That's the one that pulls it towards you.
it can if
if
it's larger or smaller, but it's about the same size. It
okay,
says
so it does not
if the
pull.
creature is larger or smaller, you pull the
Large or
creature
smaller.
up to.
Since it's about your size,
Yeah.
it does not. It just does damage.
It's just large or smaller.
Okay.
It is a medium.
Oh,
So it is
if it's large or smaller than you, got it.
Yeah,
Okay,
larger
yeah.
or
So it
smaller.
will pull it directly towards you if you hit. Correct? Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Just checking.
You gonna rip off?
So for this, it's just 2d6, right? Or do I roll an attack? I'm sorry.
I
It's
can look it
a-
up, but you
it's
probably
a
got it in
cor-
front of you, right?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
roll an attack.
Okay. That's 14.
A 14 does not hit.
Well, good news. It's not getting closer.
That's good news for you.
Yeah, it's good news for
It's
me.
not getting closer to me either. Can't see me yet.
And as a
Hang on a minute. Wait.
Yeah.
I've just because I'm very tired and I've lacked sleep. If it's a tie,
You hit it.
Beats it, beats it.
it does hit.
it hits.
Sorry, it was exactly a 14. It does hit. I'm so
Perfect.
sorry. I was thinking the wrong
Sorry.
direction. So yeah, you barely hit.
It's not
You
like you've been
barely.
up for like
I know it's not like I've been up for
9 hours.
26 hours or 28 hours. I don't even know.
10 points of damage.
10 points of what kind of damage?
Thorn whip.
Yeah. Pierce.
Piercing.
Yes.
Okay.
10 points of piercing damage, and it is pulled directly towards me.
Oh no.
That was a cantrip, but that's one action, so I can do a bonus action. Yeah.
I guess that's spell, yeah.
Dims is our rules. Yeah.
Those are just the rules.
Okay, well,
No.
that makes them also our rules. I don't
No
have.
healing for you.
I have nothing I can do, so it's fine.
All right. Okay. Then that means we're on to knock.
I would like to rage.
Okay.
All right, so he goes to do rage, and he's going. He's gonna take all these reckless. All right, so first attack.
Oh.
2 nat 20s.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Look at you.
All right, that's cool.
This could be shorter than we planned.
Okay, cool.
I may not get to go.
So let's.
You'll get to go. Don't worry. I know you were worried.
I was.
Yeah, you're gonna get to go. So that's gonna be 2. 1 doubled is still 2. 6.
6.
8 points of damage for the first attack.
Okay.
And then a 20 to hit.
Okay, yeah, that hits.
Okay. That's another 7 points of damage.
Yeah, that thing's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's out, but
Hey guys, it's holding
All the eggs. Poof. Whatever.
ooh, okay, because nothing else can move yet.
Going to have.
All right, so
Nothing
then,
else.
huh? Okay, so Kishik, what do you do?
Okay, I have the torch. I can look around.
Yes.
Do I see anything?
What do you do with your torch?
I've like got
Oh,
it
here, this
raised
is-
up above my head, and I'm
Okay.
kinda looking around.
Actually, hang on a minute.
Now that we're deeper in the cave, can I have 60 feet of sightseeing?
Are we out of initiative?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
By
Uh,
the way, that does not look like me.
It kind of does.
You don't know what a lizard looks like. How
You
can
do
tell?
not. You do not see anything else right now.
You asked earlier, what's a lizard?
All right, cool.
Okay, so you're looking around with the torch.
Statue of
Okay,
Liberty.
but you're staying in one place. You're not moving around, correct? You're just
No,
staying in one place.
I'm looking at this thing that we just took out.
Got it. The thing that is dead.
That thing is.
Got it. Okay. Okay.
And-
Can I still use my movement? After-
No, it's too late. It's over.
Okay,
You're
gotcha.
done.
Yeah,
No,
Too
you missed it.
That's fair.
Too slow.
If this was a Telltale
I didn't
game,
get
it'd be like, Scribe will remember this.
Trunky, what are you doing?
That's
Oh.
how I felt last night when we burned down my shop.
You hit him with a firebolt.
Yep.
Easy there, killer.
Doing a rubber band.
I'm gonna, cause I can see Moon Smash, so I'm gonna make
You
my.
cannot. I'm invisible.
Oh yeah, you're invisible.
I know.
I'm gonna hug the bank a little bit.
You're hugging the bank.
Yeah, hugging the bank of the.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Real
you're
nice
moving
hug.
this way?
Yes.
Okay.
A little further up.
Yeah, it's a little overflowed, so hugging the bank would be just right on that
I'm
outside
going between
part.
people then. Like,
Okay, you're going between people, and where are you going?
Just a little further. About right there, right past the rocks, and see if
Right
I can see
there.
anything new.
All right, and so you're looking, you move and you're looking
Yes.
around. Okay, so this was about 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, about 30 feet of movement.
30
or
feet is
so.
all I have. That's right.
Okay. And actually, when you look over here,
Oh god.
he was kind of hugging the rock, and below,
Ah,
you see another one of those guys.
Hey, great job, pal.
Yeah.
I found him. Oh god.
There's one right there.
Oh, he also looks really, or she, I mean, I don't know. It's really hard to tell with fire
Hey.
snakes, but
I understand.
looks really upset because, you know, you probably just killed his brother or sister.
It wasn't me. Oh god.
So,
Can I still use my action?
You
yes,
just use your movement, right?
you moved
Yeah.
your movement. Yeah, you can use your action.
Cool. Eldritch blast. Ah!
Okay, that one didn't attack us.
It doesn't matter. It looks pissed.
It was about to.
I still don't care.
All right, Eldritch Blast.
Both Eldritch blasts.
I don't care, but it's more. Never
Oh.
leaving.
One
an
is
observation.
one is an 11,
time
and
to
the other
hide.
one's an 18.
The 18 hits.
Yeah, cool. And that was 6 points of force damage,
Okay.
and I'm gonna use my bonus action to hide from this thing behind the rocks.
Okay, what? That's a movement.
It's,
What? How are
it's
you using your bonus action to hide?
It is a goblin thing.
Oh.
It's nimble escape. I can take
Got
disengage or
it.
hide action as a bonus action on each of my turns.
So when you say hide behind the rocks, where exactly are you hiding?
Because I'm parallel to them now, correct?
Right.
Just ducking behind.
So you're
one.
just like ducking back here, or you're just squatting down right where you are.
No, I'm ducking behind one of the rocks.
So, and you're able to continue your movement with that? Or is it
what
just-
Is the distance of disengage?
Disengaged is just the action that says, I'm going to pay enough attention to you that you cannot hit me. It doesn't give you any extra movement. Or
Because
Okay.
you've already moved 30 feet.
I'm just
Then
never
you're
mind.
hiding right where you are. You just need
You
to
can
make a stealth.
squat
Yeah,
down and
yeah.
try to look.
It's small. Think really
inconspicuous.
small.
Like, I just
I
hit
am
you with a
egg.
ton of magic. I'm hiding. You
Yes.
can't see me.
Where did that come
Does
from?
it give you any sort of like an advantage on
No.
anything? Okay. All right.
Cool. Stealth +1.
This is like the kid who's like, I'm hiding. You can't see me.
But will it work?
13?
13 was your what?
13 was the stealth check.
The stealth check. Got it. Okay, thank you.
You think you're so well hidden. You're so good at
But
that.
I have a
You
dog
are-
who eats force field.
You think you're hiding so well. Oh, thank you, Indigo
You
Chameleon.
can't
You are convinced of your prowess
Never
at
used that
hiding.
ability before.
One of these days, we gotta tell Trunky that if he covers his eyes, he's not hiding from anyone.
Hey man, I can hear you.
Okay, sorry.
I'm hidden, not deaf.
Okay, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt that somehow this works. And this guy, and he got hit with something that really hurt, so he's gonna actually use his movement to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to move around to this side.
Oh, okay.
And he is going to attack you with yet another bite attack, or with a bite attack.
Is this
Your
me?
first one. Yep, he is hitting knock.
These attacks are at advantage because I reckless attack.
Oh, thank you for reminding me.
He cleft the last one in twain.
Oh, wow, but he rolled really cruddy. I rolled 2 9s. It is an 11 to hit.
So both of those miss. Unfortunately.
Nope. Well, that is the first attack, but the second attack,
Is also
which is
at
a tail
advantage.
attack, that's a 14 to hit? Probably still
14
not,
hits.
right? 14 hits, okay. Then that is,
No,
that
he's
is
still-
8 points
He
of
doesn't have
damage. 6 of that is fire, if that makes a difference.
It actually
2 is bludgeoning.
does. So it'll be 1 bludgeoning and then 6 fire.
Okay, so that is 7 total of damage. Okay, on to Moon Smash.
Finally. I'm gonna cross the river if I can.
Okay, yeah, you can cross it. It's shallow. It's overflowing, but it's very shallow in the cave. Most of that water's out. I mean, they're traveling through it. So where are you going to travel to?
Next to my little goblin friend.
Right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to use my action to channel divinity for Twilight Sanctuary.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. As an action, you present your holy symbol, and a sphere of twilight emanates from you. The sphere is centered on me, has a 30-foot radius, and is filled with dim light. It
Okay.
moves with me and lasts for a minute, or until I'm incapacitated or die. And whenever a creature ends its turn in the sphere, I can grant that creature one of these benefits, 1d8 hit points, or I can stop it from being charmed or frightened. I'm going to give myself the 1d8.
Okay.
Which is 6 temporary hit points this turn. And I think that's all I can do. Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay. All right, so we are going to, oh, he's out, but, okay, so before we get back up to Edwin, a third wolf thinky guy, comes out from behind here. He's going to also move towards you guys, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's going to move to about here on his turn. And now, Edwin, you are welcome to go.
How far away is he?
Oh, actually, I need to see something. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Oh, you now see, because you're close enough to see now, there is another guy at the back of the cave.
Mine is unlimited distance.
Oh.
I have no max
Okay,
distance.
he was off in kind of an area anyway, but there is another guy over here, and he looks
What is
He's
that?
got his own big ear.
He is bigger. He's,
Oh,
let me
no.
give you a little bit of information about him. He would be considered large.
Not a lizard.
He definitely looks like he's related, or she is related, like directly related to these other guys, but quite a bit larger. And quite a bit angrier. In fact, you would probably guess that it's very likely that this is a she-mama.
Do you say anything with this, or do you just...
Not
Ignore
yet.
it and
I'm
it'll
still
go away.
invisible, so
Yeah.
like there's light that just went boom, and y'all are just like, well, he's in here somewhere, but I'm still invisible, so not yet.
If you were to look, it would be a fire snake.
But she's not doing anything yet. So we're at knock now.
What I'm not.
All right. Same thing. I gotta get this thing off of me. So I'm gonna take. I'm gonna actually go into a frenzied rage.
Okay.
And so Nock starts foaming at the mouth a little bit, and he's going to take. He's gonna take some more reckless attacks.
Okay.
Against this one that's right up on him. So that's a 19 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
Okay. 11 points for that first attack.
Okay.
Don't forget temporary hit points at the end of your turn.
Oh, okay. 1d8. Ooh, that may not hit. That is a 15 to hit.
That hits too.
Okay. That is another 12 points of damage.
Ooh, and that's it for that one.
Okay. I'm going to use my movement to. I got 40 feet of it. Can I run through the river to get to this guy on the other side?
Yeah, we've moved through the river.
Yeah.
But with 40 feet of movement, you're trying to get this way around 5, 10, 15.
I just want to see if I can get to this other.
20, 25, 30, 35, 40. You're not going to get all the way to
Can I
that one with
climb
40
over
feet.
the red hot rocks thing?
You could,
I'll even take
but
some
you're gonna
damage.
because they're like about 3 feet high. You're gonna lose some of your movement
That's fine.
distance
I got,
with that.
I got 40 feet of it.
It's okay. I got it. Thank you. Okay, so it would really be more like 5, 15, 20, 25. It's 25 feet of movement to get over it.
I got
30, 35, 40.
Yep, right there.
Okay.
So boom, and then I'll take my last attack because I'm in a frenzied rage with my
Okay.
bonus attack.
Are you able to hit it if you are not directly in melee range? You are 10 feet away from that.
Oh, then no. But I will try to taunt this thing to come at me a little bit.
Okay.
Interposing myself. So, yeah, that's
Okay.
my turn.
All right. Got it. That is Kishik.
Okay, so the one right next to me is gone, right?
Yes. Oh, yeah, I didn't move
Okay.
him. He's
And the other one is.
Didensky.
Is it in my line of sight?
I don't think so.
No, we did not. No, because did we skip you? Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I thought I said it would.
We can go back.
No.
Yeah, well, let's go back to you and then we'll go to Kishik. That's fine. I apologize.
Oh no, you're good. I can see the one that's up there.
Yes, you
Yeah.
can see. You can
The
see
first one, but not the one in the
this
back.
guy. You can't see that
Yeah.
guy. Because I think that guy's still more than 60 feet. 5, 10,
Right.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
And
Yeah.
Nock, he's not within 5 feet of that creature, correct?
Thank you. Who is? No, he is not within 5 feet.
Okay,
of
I'm
that
gonna
creature.
cast Ice Knife at level 2.
Okay.
What is this checking to see if someone's nearby first thing?
You ice knife and apologize maybe.
Fireball.
Just fireball. Did you ask
Is
how big it was?
17 to hit.
Ah,
Yes, that hits.
Okay. So 1d10. Sorry. Thought I was ready, but I wasn't.
It's alright. It's alright.
It's up. 4. 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage.
And then the knife explodes, but it doesn't.
But it is cold damage,
Yes,
correct?
it is cold
Okay.
damage. But there's no one around to take the extra
Right,
damage.
that's fine.
So
Okay. Then now we'll go back to Kishik.
All right. How far away is it?
From you, 5, 10, 5, 10.
Oh wait, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say. dude.
He has to make a dex save.
Ooh, okay.
Dex save of 14,
Or take
Okay.
or to take
2d6 or something?
40.
He makes a save.
He made the save.
Yeah.
Okay, well never mind.
So
Yes,
is it half
it's not-
damage?
It's not half.
It's not half.
It's not half, it's
Because
just make it or
it
not. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, you are 45 feet away from it currently.
All right. Would I be able to get my longbow out while still seeing the thing, or will I have to drop my torch where I can't see
You
it?
can see it because I'm emitting.
Okay,
like
cool.
A 60
Yeah.
foot
Yeah, that
diameter
works.
of
Yeah, I'm taking the longbow out then.
Okay?
And I'll make 2 shots with the longbow.
And you are, I'm trying to think, you're tall enough that you could shoot over the top of that rock.
2 attacks with the longbow.
Okay.
Beautiful. That's 23 for both of them.
Okay, those hit.
That's altogether 12 piercing.
Okay.
And
All right.
then-
This thing's looking rough.
This is a stressful combat. This is good.
It's definitely not looking happy with you. Trunky.
Cool. I'm
just gonna use my movement to get closer, so I
Okay. So you're just moving like this way 30 feet?
around 30 feet.
Okay. Like ish here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to get in line, I guess, with everybody else, so I'm not behind everybody.
Okay. You're moving to here then?
Yes. And it's taking damage, so I'm gonna toll the dead it.
Okay.
It's a wisdom save of 14.
It fails.
Cool. I need a 2d12, please. Because it's taking damage. It's missing HP.
And it's looking rough.
6.
That
6
is
necrotic?
it. It is dead. Okay, so the good news is this one is dead. The bad news is
Pissed.
Mama looks pissed.
Alright.
That's something you got.
So
Light her. She can't see me, but like it's fine.
You're still invisible?
I'm still invisible.
You're
I've done
radiating
nothing.
light invisibly.
Hey, it's a 60-foot.
No, that's great.
Diameter.
That's
sphere,
great.
Okay.
so
I radiate.
for-
It
I
says
want
it's
that.
filled with.
oh, and it's her turn.
Oh, wait,
Great.
what?
I gotta go.
Yeah.
I
So
gotta
I gotta go.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. I killed this baby right in front of him.
yeah, you you guys killed 3 of her
Shot it
babies.
A couple times. I didn't.
So
I didn't do anything.
There's all
It
these
was just a bell, sorry.
I rolled a 0. I didn't do anything.
let's see. What she's going to do, I need to see. Yeah. Okay. The first thing she is going to do is she is going to make an attack with her spear, and she is going to throw it right at you.
Why?
That is going to be. Does a 22 hit you?
8.
Okay, just checking.
Barely.
Um,
No, not at all.
Okay,
No.
it's fine.
Six.
I rolled
A 14 hit earlier, so.
Okay.
a 0.
That is a 11 piercing damage.
11 reduced to 6.
Okay. Was that still? Yeah, it doesn't matter that it was still. It was still at advantage though, because last time you raged, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Do you
gonna
wanna
roll
do
the second one
advantage?
just in case it crit. Okay,
Okay.
yeah, you're fine.
Alright.
And then she's going to move forward.
Yeah, come get us. Mostly because I can't come get you. It's a 0.
Where's that little thing?
My cracks.
I'm about just to lay loose.
I'm moving her over here. Okay. And you're up, Moon Smash.
Yes. Let's do something productive. What are we gonna do? You've already been hit. It's fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Can I reach her? I walk over to her.
Yeah, you can reach her.
Great. Let's do that. I'm just gonna hit her with my warhammer.
Okay.
I'm going to attempt to hit her with my warhammer.
You are going to attempt to hit her with your warhammer.
That is,
I need to look at something real quick that I have forgotten.
oh, no, I don't like that.
Um.
Why do that like that?
Okay.
I mean, well, like,
Yeah. You go ahead and roll to hit her with. Now your warhammer. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
10.
That does not hit. However, you take 3 points of fire damage.
Holy crap, you guys moon smashers here.
Oh my god.
Did anybody I totally forgot. Moon, where have you been?
Plus 6, that's
Right here beside.
Oh, okay.
that's 3 plus 6.
Entries. Who else has been hit?
3's at level.
Who else has been hit?
Who else has been hit? Who else has been hit?
You
Hey,
guys.
guys.
Have either of you been hit?
Yeah, DDB is not updating for me right now,
got
the
that.
overlay. So I am not seeing my updates. And I thought that's how I was going to keep track of things.
Just a little bit. I'm fine though.
Just a wee bit.
So,
How did you get hit?
I got hit, but I'm kind of beefy.
All right, cool. That's cool.
but Edwin, what are you doing?
Okay, I guess I'm done.
Oh, are you? I'm so sorry. Was there anything else you wanted to do?
I just have to roll for the temporary hit points for my.
Oh, got it. Okay, go ahead.
That's
I thought you were done.
I'm done. Now I'm done.
Now you're done. Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Sorry about that.
You're good.
Edwin.
I'm gonna move forward.
Yes.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
How far are you moving forward? Are we
Um,
doing the 30 feet of movement thing?
Wait, I'm 60 feet away now, right? She's within
A little
my-
less than 60?
I'm gonna move so she's in where I can see a
Well,
little
she's
better.
in.
I can see. Okay?
Yeah.
There's light on her.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Is she holding any weapon?
She is. She has a spear.
Okay.
Yes, she has a very long spear that she actually used to hit him, but she's got a.
Cool.
Yeah,
is she wearing any
she's-
armor or anything?
Is she wearing armor?
Yeah. Anything that I would notice.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, she's kind of got a natural armor on
Oh,
her.
okay. But nothing made of metal.
No, I mean she has a spear made of metal.
Right. Okay. So I'm gonna cast heat metal
Oh,
Okay.
that spell's been used more than anything.
on the spear.
And the spear
Okay.
is thrown at you, and now.
Wait.
Okay.
The spear was thrown.
No.
It was thrown. Yeah.
He's
Okay,
saying,
you're good.
now you're
Yeah.
casting it.
Don't do that. I haven't slept in 30 hours.
Okay. So you cast heat metal. Got it.
Heat metal.
Yes. Tell me about heat metal.
Heat metal. Choose a manufactured metal object, such as a metal weapon or a suit of heavy or medium metal armor that you can see within range. You cause the object to glow red hot. Any creature in physical contact with the object takes 2d8 fire damage, which he probably has resistance. When you cast a spell,
I
it's
would say resistant or maybe
Or
immune.
just immunity. So I've changed my mind after reading that spell.
You just said you cast it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I will cast it.
That's a wood.
Well, I'll let it go. But next time,
Thank you, all kind of.
Thank you.
you get one.
I appreciate that.
That's your one.
So I'd like to apologize for what's about to happen.
I'm standing next to her.
Don't do this.
Mama, no.
No, do it. That's fine. Do it.
I'm gonna move forward.
Okay, how much?
Hi, friends.
20 feet.
I don't know what's about to happen. but
Okay,
tell me.
like 5, 10, 15, 20?
Yeah.
Like here or, wait, 5, 10, 15, 20? Here then?
Hey, y'all
Okay.
Remember that scene in Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
All right.
Where they're standing in the river?
Mm.
And then I'm gonna cast.
Don't like that.
I'm gonna cast Tidal Wave.
Bye forever.
However, okay. So it is you conjure up a wave of water that crashes down on an area within range. The area can be up to 30 feet long, up to 10 feet wide, and up to 10 feet tall. Each
Okay.
creature in that area must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 4d8 bludgeoning damage and is knocked prone. On a successful save, a creature takes half as much damage and isn't knocked prone. The water then spreads out across the ground in all directions, extinguishing unprotected flames in its area and within 30 feet of it, and it vanishes. It says can be up to 30 feet long, up to 10 feet wide, and up to 10 feet tall. I would like to focus it past him, pushing away.
Wait, can be up to 30 feet long.
It says the area can be up to 30 feet long, up to 10 feet wide, and up to 10 feet tall.
Okay,
So
but
I
you
would
can
like-
also cast it to a specific space. You can.
That crashes
This
down.
is very like meta magic,
You
like
conjure up a
careful
wave-
spell
You conjure up a wave of water that crashes down on an area within range.
on an area.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can choose the 5-foot area. and make sure that it's not.
I mean, ultimately that's up to you. The way the spell
Okay.
reads to me, yes, but that is ultimately up to you. What my intent is to
This is called tidal wave.
yeah.
The wording is
Yeah.
the wording is tricky here.
Yeah.
If you could hit a 5-foot square, I don't think it would say each creature in that area must make a dex save. I would just say like the
My goal is for it to be past him. I'm not saying it's in that 5-foot square, but that it's past him.
Yeah,
do you
but
mean
you're
past
trying to
him?
push it up to hit this without hitting him, is what you're trying to do.
I don't.
It's fine. Just hit me.
Well, no, I'm
Yeah,
saying
no,
I
no.
have to-
I'm reading it.
It was
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do.
okay.
Okay, so I'm going to let you do this within a 5-foot range, but I'm still gonna make him make an acrobatics check to kind of stay out of the way of it. Yeah.
And I instead make an athletics check. No,
Mm,
that's fine. Alright, it was-
let me look at fine print on athletics.
athletics is strength based, acrobatics is dex based. So
Yeah.
if it's strength, it's like
This is not about pushing back water with strength. This is about maneuvering, and this is about dealing with the fact that he's got this huge wave that suddenly comes smashing to the ground, like trying to sweep you out from under your feet as it crashes down.
Yeah.
So it will not hit you, but you will still have to make a dex check.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So you cast that. What level spell is that?
It's a 3rd level conjuration.
3rd level. Okay. And you said what was the save on it? Oh, actually, I can look it up because I already
It's a
pulled it
dex
up.
14.
Dex 14.
Yeah.
And is it a half damage thing?
Yeah.
If it succeeds, yeah, half. Okay. It succeeds.
Okay.
That means it's go ahead and roll damage on that.
8, 15, 16, 17 of damage.
Okay.
So half of that.
Oh, it was 17 total.
Yeah.
Okay. So okay. And then make your dex save.
I did. It was a nat 20 minus 1.
Well, you sidestep that just brilliantly. Good job.
She succeeded, so she wasn't knocked prone, but she was pushed away.
Yes, and she did take some damage. All right. Well, that means that we are on to knock.
What up, no?
Knock, knock.
After seeing all the craziness, I'm gonna just run up. Can I get to where she is with 40 feet of movement?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll just run up to her and start swinging away
Yeah.
Meryl to see if I can do it. So, first attack, that's 18 to hit.
That hits.
Doesn't matter for you.
That's right.
So that's first hit is 8 points of damage.
Okay.
Okay.
That first hit, you take 3 points of fire damage.
Sure. Yeah.
Mhm.
That sucks, but
That sucks.
Next hit is a nat 20.
Oh.
So that's gonna be. Come on. You're not gonna like this. So the next hit is 22 points of damage.
Ooh, ouch. She looks pissed. You also took an additional 4 points of fire damage on that one.
On that one, and last hit.
Oh gosh, there's a third. Does this mean that her next hit,
All of her hits
anything on
against.
you is at advantage? Got
Yeah.
it.
19 to hit.
That hits.
Another 7 points of damage.
Wow. Yeah, she's not happy with you.
Yeah, no,
oh,
I-
that was the last turn. And you, now you take 12 points of fire damage.
Okay. So Nock's not looking great.
Ooh.
I need to do some math over here. Hang on a second.
Until we get to initiative 0.
I mean, I'd really prefer not to have to kill you in the very first game I ever DM?
No. But
I
that'd
mean,
be
I'm
cool.
not going to stop myself from
Yeah,
doing
that's
it, but I
fine.
prefer not to have to.
We do love
It'd be
stories.
fun.
Oh, map move. That's right. Thank you, Wolf. I got distracted. Actually, I can just move the camera. Thank you. There they are. Yay. All right. Okay, so we are on to Kish it.
My turn?
Yep.
Alright. Can I get a clear line to hitting her? If I move to the side, maybe across the water?
You could. You'd have to move across the water.
That's
or
fine.
actually, even if you move
I'll
like
go across the
straight to
water.
here, you could. So you're going to just move across the water
Yeah.
like there-ish? Okay.
And then bonus action, planar warrior. So next time I hit a creature, it'll all be force damage, and I'll put an extra 1d8.
Okay.
And then I'll make 2 longbow attacks.
Okay.
I'm rolling the wrong thing. There, 1d8s. Whoops. Alright, so the 2 on the die makes it a 10. That's not going to hit.
Nope.
But the 27 will hit.
That will definitely hit.
And that'll be 19 force damage.
Yep.
And,
And is that it for him?
yeah, that's all.
Okay. All right. On to Trunky.
Cool.
Oh my gosh.
How rough is she looking?
She looks more angry than rough right now.
Cool, I'm gonna really piss
I mean,
her
she's
off then.
she's definitely been injured, but she looks angry.
Cool, still not gonna change my answer. I'm still gonna piss her off a little bit more. I have this nifty wand of magic missiles, and I'm gonna load all 7 charges into her.
Wow.
That's 94 for those of you counting at home.
94 with +1 on each. So
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15, 16, 17, 18, 22, 23, plus 9,
32.
32.
Okay, for future reference, what did you just use?
Wand of magic missiles.
His
One-
uncommon magic.
His oh
item.
my gosh, is this a once per day thing?
This is a.
Actually,
I
no.
have
Roll
7
a
charges.
d20.
Roll a
See if-
d20.
As long as it's not a 1, it's a 17. We're good.
Yeah, he just used all the charges in his magic item. like,
Oh
at
my
one
gosh.
time.
Wow. And that was 32?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, she's dead. How do you want to do this?
It's just boom, 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 boom. I think I got it.
Her eyes kind of widen as you pull it out, and she kind of cocks her head a little bit to the side and looks confused. And the angry expression leaves as it starts to fire. And you just kind of see, ooh.
We're like, okay, in a couple more rounds, we're gonna. Oh God!
And that image you had of the kids playing baseball with the eggs, you kind of get to see in real life as she just kind of goes kaplooey right in front of you.
And this like this is like at the very end, like
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, all right, you guys are out of initiative. Jeez. Yeah. She's in very tiny pieces.
Okay.
And what do you want to do next?
I'm gonna reach over to knock here and go, good job, and cast Cure Wounds at 3rd level for 7, 9, 12.
Now that I can see,
15
I'm gonna
points.
go sit in
There
the
you go.
water.
Where are you at?
Now that
Since
you-
it's warm water, I'm just gonna go relax in the warm water.
you're gonna go sit in the warm
I'm
water.
gonna
All
leave
right.
the coat first so it doesn't get
Did
soaked.
she
but
die while she was standing next to the river? Is it all gross and bloody?
So, well, yeah, that edge of it's a little gross, but
I'll
I mean
go
it's a
upstream
flowing
and
river,
then go-
so
I'll go upstream.
you're going up to kind of this
I'm just
area,
gonna relax in there.
and you're just kind of
Yeah.
all right. Okay. I mean, the water itself isn't super warm underneath the surface because it's still come from the snowy mountain. So, I mean, the top layer may be a little bit warm, but underneath it, it's still
never
pretty
mind.
chilly snow water.
Never mind.
So do we
Okay.
start crushing these eggs? Do we take one back? Like, what are we doing?
What are you gonna
I
do?
didn't find the item.
No, I think this was. I think they were using like an egg to like.
No,
or
the
something.
original item.
Yeah.
The red one.
We don't.
Oh.
Are these not kind of red?
These ones are very black looking. They had described the other one as being just a slightly different. It was like black, but it had little streaks of red. But they'd still describe basically the same item.
But if we
To
check
you.
in the back of the cave, like a.
Can we just like fan out and look for the red one?
You're welcome to.
And
I mean,
start smashing
They were
them that are
referencing
not red?
this.
Yeah, make it kind of a group intelligence check. Hopefully somebody.
Yeah. And
Somebody
everybody
can
make an in check.
Well,
yeah.
Whoever's the highest.
18.
18.
Straight in.
Okay, yeah, straight in.
18.
Hey!
Okay.
Nice.
Roll.
You know enough to know that this was probably an egg, yes, and that there's a good chance that because eggs can look slightly different from place to place, that these were all the same because they were probably one hatching, and that was probably from a previous hatching. That there's a good chance, based on the timeline that they gave you, that she was that original egg.
Oh.
That's unfortunate. Crunch, 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 crunch.
Hey.
Smashing it.
I hate
You want
snakes.
one
I
for
hate
dinner?
snakes. I hate snakes.
No.
Okay. Crunch, crunch. Gonna go
You know,
out crushing it.
So these are lizards.
No, these aren't lizards.
So what are you doing? Are you just walking around the cave smashing eggs? Are you
Unless somebody wants to stop me.
investigating anything? Are you
I
checking
wa-
anything out? Or
I
are you
was
just
gonna
kind
check to
of
see
cave
if I could find
smashing?
one.
Okay.
But like, if they're not,
We also
This,
have to.
this feels weird to me to bring them like. I'm definitely gonna search the back of the cave, like where she was hanging
Yeah.
out, to see if there's
Okay,
some sort of
like back
floor
here?
or nest or anything
Okay.
like that, like to see if she kept stuff. Or I'm unfortunately also looking for like signs of orcs up here.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
work babies.
In the back,
Oh god.
you don't really see any extra entrances over here in this
Sure.
area. You do actually see a few bones, but they look more humanoid, smaller, a little less orcish kind
Oh,
of
thank
thing.
God.
So this was probably, and the rags of clothing tell you that there's a good chance that these were some of the villagers
Yeah.
over the past year.
Woof. That's the bullet on now. All right.
So, but yeah, in this area of the cave, that's where you see some scattered over here. Do you do anything else?
Yeah. If I follow the path of the water, does
Okay.
it take us to the block?
This
off?
gets very small. There is a tunnel there.
Sure.
But this tunnel, it travels back here, and I don't have the second part. Actually, let me move this a little bit so that they can see it. I have the wrong mouse, but back here,
small
yeah,
tunnel.
it travels. It's a fairly small tunnel, and it's about 5 feet wide, but it's really only a couple of feet tall.
Would it be less than 3 feet tall?
It would be less than 3. It's about 2 feet or so. But you could probably get through there crawling.
It's in the water.
It would be in the water, but I mean, the water is not high enough that you could not kind of stumble your way through. You might have to make an athletics check just to kind of.
Hang on. Let's be fair about this, okay? Let's say that whoever killed the biggest thing in the room has to go crawling through the tunnel.
Do you want to make?
Yeah.
He's still standing.
Yeah, that's fair.
How close do you get to the mouth of this entrance?
First of all, I would like to tie a rope around me,
Okay.
and then give it to Knock.
Okay.
50 foot. I have 3 pulls. 3 pulls. You pull me out.
Yeah.
I don't want to go drowning in there.
Sure.
It's 50 foot of rope, so she give me a
Okay.
little bit in.
All right.
Yeah, I go close to the
Okay.
mouth of the cave.
So you're around this area.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Cool. Definitely good at those.
Super good.
There's water everywhere. Oh god.
So good.
Yeah, no perception. 7.
Okay. You do hear faint sounds. You can't identify what they are, but you can go further into the tunnel.
Yeah, we'll go a little further.
Okay. 10, 15 feet?
Yeah.
Down? Okay. You can make one more perception check.
Can I assist by trying to move some of the water with shape water?
It's a
Huh.
bit in there. And
It's
heading
it's
towards it.
traveling
Okay.
from the snowy mountains, so it's not really going to change. It would be like saying I'm going to take this hole of water out and hope that it doesn't fill. So it's not going to really change
If only
anything.
someone had given me like guidance or something.
If somebody had given the biggest guy in the room the rope, maybe you would have.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh,
I know what you're doing.
I got it, buddy.
It's too late now. I can't guide him.
Oh, that's better.
That's actually.
All that.
That's
wine-
21.
All that wine.
You hear what sounds like voices
It's more hissing.
back there, but they sound an awful lot like Knock,
Oh,
like when Knock speaks.
okay. God, I can't speak orc. Like, hello? Anybody?
Speak common.
I speak goblin. It's clear, it's safe. I know the other two orcs back out there spoke common. I don't know if you guys do, but I'm not gonna assume you don't, so here we are.
Hello?
Yeah, cool. The snake people outside are dead. You can come outside, it's safe.
Oh, thank you. We have to crawl. We were a little scared. They were fiery.
No, it's okay, they're dead now. It's gone. And we saw your parents, we'll get you back. It's good.
Okay, we're coming through.
Cool.
So, two orc children come out from the cave, and they described to you that there was actually a kind of hole in the ground that they had fallen through above where the mountain was, and gotten stuck in there, but couldn't come out.
What's going on?
Can they're out, like we can talk to them?
Yes.
Hey, have you two seen another, like, 2 kids? Because there's parents out there, and they're looking for their kids who got lost. Any other kids in the little...
We haven't, but we've been in here for a couple of days.
Maybe
So-
you go hang out with them until they find their kids.
This kid swap.
What did they look like?
Oh, they're, like, real big and tall, and, like...
Did you get their names?
I mean, I don't think so.
Knock.
Yeah?
Do you think these could be those 2 kids?
No way. No resemblance.
There are 2 of them.
Do you
I'm
know?
gonna let you do the math. I'll wait.
Do you know who they were looking for?
Yeah.
Maybe they were friends of ours.
What are your names?
Well, I'm Bullock, and my sister here, Dasha.
That was them.
Holy crap! You guys have the same names as the Lost Kids! Wow, we gotta come up with more names in the Orcish community. God.
Guidance.
Holy crap, you're the Lost Kids! Let's bring you back to your parents.
Why'd you smash all our toys?
He did. I didn't. I don't know why.
Why'd you smash all our toys? Okay.
Tall, like.
Same question.
Because they were snake eggs.
They exploded good.
They did.
Very slimy.
Yeah.
Did you save one for us?
No.
Darn.
Should have come fight with us.
Alright, let's get you to your parents, seriously.
Well, I mean, we can make our way back from here. We've grown up in these mountains. If you've taken care of the big, scary fire thing, I think we got this.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, happy to do the heavy lifting, Chief. Why don't you guys head back to Mom and Dad? Try not to poo your diapers on the way back. Run into any snakes.
Wow, that's really rude.
No, you know what's really rude? Us busting our butts to come and rescue you dudes. And then you're like, oh no, we can take it from here.
Bullock stomps on his foot and runs off.
Oh, God. I hate orcs.
You take 3 points of damage.
Just healed them.
And knocks down.
Hope that couple's kids are way nicer than those little jerks.
All right, what do you do?
We head back to the village.
Okay.
Did you actually grab one though before you smashed them all?
I don't know. Did
I thought you did.
I would have.
Which is really funny to me because you guess it would just be like, hey, do you have any eggs? And you're like,
No.
yeah, we'll head back.
Dimitri comes up out of nowhere. He's like,
I have something I could do.
I heard your store burned down.
oh, too soon.
Yeah, I know.
Try to sell one snake egg. The whole store burned down.
All right, head back to the village.
We head back to the village.
And
Yeah, head back into the tavern.
Did we ever? Okay.
We did not prepare.
I thought he did.
I might have. If he thinks I did, I probably did. I feel like
If
I
y-
said
I thought he said he grabbed one and then smashed the rest.
I don't remember,
I
so
also
tell
don't
me what you
remember.
did.
Yeah, I definitely grabbed one.
Okay, you grabbed one. Great. Okay, awesome. Yes.
I distinctly remember not remembering.
Hey,
It was dark. I don't know.
I think he found one of your good luck charms.
Who are you talking to? Who did you find?
The guy in the tavern. Is he behind the counter?
Oh yeah, well he's not behind the counter, but he's walking around. He's
The
over
same
near the
innkeeper?
fireplace. Edmund,
Yeah.
the innkeeper.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Edmund.
Hi.
Hey.
Oh, whoa! I've got a throat thing.
God, I'm food all the time.
Okay.
Do you want some tea?
Oh, thank you. Hang on, I've got wife makes the stuff. It's very healthy,
Yeah. Hey,
extremely
Can I
healthy,
have some?
very citrusy.
Yeah. Can I have some too? It's like,
Yeah. No. I just yeah. Oh, what did you need? I mean, you're alive.
Yeah.
I like.
Look at us,
I like.
experience adventures.
I like that you're alive. That's
so
good.
do you guys
Did
know
you
that
did you
that-
find our sphere?
Did you guys know those were eggs?
It was a good luck charm.
Good luck.
It was a-
egg. Samka.
Why would an why would an egg bring good luck?
I'm not sure, but your good luck charms were eggs, like for like these fire snake things.
Which look nothing like me.
You're not a black sphere. No,
Snakes.
snakes.
Insight
The
check.
snakes don't look like you.
Can I insight
Inside.
check this
Yes,
thing?
go ahead and do an insight check.
That's like a cool run through.
4.
He's not. You have no idea.
16.
Okay, yeah, this guy's just not super smart.
Okay.
He just hasn't pieced this together.
Okay. All right. Well,
They don't look like.
here's one. We managed to bring you back a better good luck charm. Okay.
Okay.
And be very careful with it.
Just put it out here on the pedestal where the other one was.
Absolutely.
That's
Okay.
still a snake egg.
Hey, big guy.
He carries it out and he puts it up, and the pyramid looks a lot more complete than it did before. The giant pyramid of black spheres that they've been constructing in the center of their village.
It will hatch unless the orcs come for it because they like them.
He places it there very gently.
Hey, gang. This is an odd question. Would you already know the gestation period for like a snake egg?
No.
I don't know what that means, so no.
How long did you have the old egg before
No.
it disappeared?
About a
red one.
year?
Okay. About a year.
Cool. So we're gonna see you guys in like 12 months. Okay.
It was taken about a year ago from us, and
Is
then
there another inn that we could stay at? Maybe like a further ways down the mountain.
well, there's Kalar that's about a week's journey away. I mean, there may be other small farms that you could stay in between here and there.
It's warm in there and safe.
Yeah, you know what? We found our own accommodations. He brought like this little.
He used such a big word.
I know, right?
He brought this thing. We're gonna stay in there tonight.
The watermelon.
I've got the fire.
Discounted rate.
We're gonna
15
set up
gold.
this little tent next to your fire. We sleep pretty soundly, so if something happens in the night, I'm not saying it will, but just scream real loud, okay?
Would you like the gold now, or would you like the gold tomorrow morning?
Oh, now.
You said they found the egg like about 12 months ago. Yeah, we'd like that gold as soon as possible.
He looks a little confused, and he goes and he gets a bag of gold and hands it to you and says, so you're going to be staying here, but in front of the fire.
Yeah.
I thought I
Okay.
made that clear.
All right. So I guess you guys just sleep for the night in your dome?
Yeah, because nothing can enter the dome.
Right. No, I get that.
So in case all this stuff hatches tonight.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm definitely saying beforehand, just so you know, the orcs like these eggs. So they
Okay.
may come take them.
Okay. So, all right. So you wake up the next morning and things are the same.
Oh, thank God.
Good.
It's fine.
Good.
Wait, guys, we're pushing our luck. We gotta go.
Yeah, time to go.
Yeah.
Alright.
Thank you for introducing us to your lovely town.
So you guys leave the village and head towards Kalar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Do we see any orcs on our way out? Like, do we see a family, like any of them?
You start to wander out of the village, and about 45 minutes down the road or so, in the mountains,
Yeah.
it's very like end of a movie picturesque. It's like the family of four comes out and are just like waving to you as you walk down the road, and you walk down the road, and you get to the village. It's not really a week later. You actually get there about 2 weeks later because you kind of get distracted on the way. You get lost again. Nobody's checking for directions again. So it's about 2 weeks before you wander into the village. Coincidentally, it's at about the same time that the first refugees from the previous village started arriving. Because it was a few days later that the snake eggs all hatched, the ones that got left there and not smashed or destroyed in any way, and burned down the village, killing a good percentage of the people that were left, but many of the women and children escaped,
Okay.
and
God.
and start filtering in from the village into Kalar looking for refuge, and your party takes pity on some of them by that point, realizing that you probably could have solved this problem a lot more easily by just smashing those eggs, and decides to help out with feeding and clothing
I would like to point
some
out
of these
that
people.
Can I
we were tasked with bringing back an orb.
And we did that.
can I retcon something like real small?
It's got to be pretty small.
It's super small. Remember when we walked past the orcs and they all waved and stuff like
Yes.
that? And there's your family. Can I take like just 2 seconds to like hop over to where they are? Because
They're a bit of a ways away, but I mean, it would be
Like,
more than 2
you
seconds.
guys
So
mind waiting here for a
it'd be like
second?
15 minutes, but sure.
Yeah, 15 minutes. And I just run over there and I'm like, we're really glad you guys found each other. Like, these are your kids?
Yeah. Yes.
So,
Yes.
I'm real glad. And I'm gonna slap that little kid that hit me in the foot, and then I'm just gonna guys, run! Jock, start the plane! Start the plane, Jock!
And we're gonna end out of order, but that's even better.
Okay,
We're
cool.
just sitting in the
And-
tavern seeing these refugees. Like, you guys smell that? You guys smell that? Smell
And
the John
that's
Bell done.
and that's where we are going to end. And look at that! It is